Vibe blowing at the jack, got the loud jumping at the pack. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the band jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my jack, got the loud jumping at the pack. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the band jumping at the bag. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy on my paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl's still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The Rio just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm trouble, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit I don't trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I can never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from my side of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the band jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, gonna run up a check. Demand my respect, I'm doing the most. I never quit, they want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the
and you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang for being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the internationally known, still, the thriller in Hong Kong, King Kong himself, the Boss Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in Hong Kong still with none other than Hollywood CGA or EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO Niggero of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies in Hong Kong call me Mr. Third Leg Greg.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
Also the man with one trabajo. That is the ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper. You're looking at the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix. The chocolate Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. Ecclesiastically, I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me CGA. That is See God Allah. And you're looking at the 14-time the Monetized champion of YouTube. We got the main event somewhere. Also, James Bond, Malo Poppy, the Lord of the Lings. All right, Primo, El Jefe. All right, himself, Hentai CGA. All right, Malo Poppy's back in the building. We got a great show for you lined up today. Today, we're going to talk about Ari Lennox. All right, she's a singer. She's an R&B singer, Ari Lennox, taking accountability for, let me put this on the board for you guys to see here. Take a look at what's going on. First of all, I've heard of Ari Lennox. I don't know what she sings. All right, I'm going to just be upfront with you. But the nigga community definitely is upset with this one and has the internet in shambles, according to this one. This one, theroot.com, says has the internet in shambles. As you can see, the ecclesiastical niggy right here, her name is Ari Lennox. I'm not sure if she's a tether. You know how the black community like to claim people are tethers and they're African and they're FBA, and I don't know. I don't participate in the niggy. I don't participate in the niggerism.
The real problem is niggerism. That's the real problem.
Just so you guys know, I'm out of the niggerism game. All right, but apparently this woman, we call her an NB over on Locals. Ari Lennox says the internet in shambles here over the last couple of days after admitting that she chose the toxic men over the good guy. Okay. She has a video out here. We got a video clip, and plus whatever the video clip doesn't cover, we're going to cover by reading parts of an article related to this interview that has the internet talking. All right. The internet talking. All right. Somebody said, would I smash? I mean, listen, there ain't many women that CGA ain't gonna fuck at least once, you know. All right. Would I smash first? No. All right. But she can get it. All right. I'll smash it as long as she's quiet. You know what I mean? She can't talk. She looks very masculine. I mean, she just looks too masculine for me. I don't like masculine bitches. All right. Bitches that look like black lady boys. All right. But that's just me. All right. I tend to not smash masculine looking women. All right. But that's neither here nor there. But she probably a nasty whore too. But that's neither here nor there either. All right. She probably does a lot of nasty shit since she likes bad guys and toxic men. I'm toxic. El Toxica CGA. El Toxico. All right. El Toxico. All right. That might be a new nickname. El Toxico. All right. But anyway, she has the internet in shambles. We're going to talk about it because the naked community is talking about it. So we're going to talk about it here on today's show. Also, in today's show, we have an ecclesiastical wife that says if her spouse pleasures himself to Pron while married, it's cheating. All right. This is a very common conversation amongst marital ecclesiastical people. You guys want an ecclesiastical virgin wife? Well, it might be possible that if you have a virgin wife, she might think that if you watch Pron during your marriage and pleasure yourself, it is in fact cheating. All right. We're going to see what you think on this one. All right. And we have women revealing their body counts. All right. On Dating Rap 2025, people are reposting these things over the last couple of days. We're going to see what type of women can drum up a body count of 5 to 10 men in 1 year. All right, we're going to see what that means today. And I've already beat that in the last couple of 2 months. All right, we're barely in the damn third. We're barely out of the first quarter. All right, but that's neither here nor there. But to contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. It is Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. You're looking at PayPal. It is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And yes, you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on said Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Where's my New World Order sound effect? Here we go, right here. The New World Order sound effect. What are we doing here? We got a great show for you today. I know a couple of people said, well, Coach, you said yesterday that you're going to be in Vietnam tomorrow. Right? That's what you said. Coach, I watched you last night. And in last night's stream, you said when you come back up, you're going to be in Vietnam. And this is true. However, what you don't realize is that it's the same day here. All right. It's not tomorrow yet. When you watched me yesterday, which was last night on the Coach Greg Adams channel, That was this morning to me. See, today, right now, technically it's Friday at midnight. But when I streamed, it was morning on Thursday. Technically, I fired up the stream at the end of Thursday. It's still the same day, right? So I don't know. For you, y'all niggas went to sleep. Y'all done went to sleep. Y'all done beat your meat. Y'all done out here fix the bind. Y'all done went and rubbed your dick out. I don't know what y'all did. Pause. But to me, it's the same day. All right. I'm going to go to sleep after this, and it's going to be Friday when I wake up. For you niggas, it's literally what? Thursday morning? And then y'all done lost the hour. Hey, it is what it is, bro. Hey, listen, y'all done lost the hour this past weekend. We're in the future over here. New world order. It's the future. All right. So anyway, a lot of people don't realize what's going on here, but CGA streaming from the future. But anyway, you can contribute to today's show by clicking the link on the top of the live chat. That's going to be closed on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Apparently, they have some problems here going on. It is the future. Let me see if we can get that going. Okay, we got it better right there. So I'm going to pin that to the link. I'm going to pin that to the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You guys should be able to do it now. All right, hurry, if you will. But yeah, it's the same day. I literally took a nap. It's the same day. I already been to the bar. Already had a girl come through, fixed her bind. She left. I'm streaming. All right. All right. Anyway, wowzers. Let's get to some earlier contributors. I don't even know if they have any earlier contributors. It's very early in the show. All right. It's very early in the show. So I don't even know who supported last night. This was from last night. Yes, it's Drew says, I was watching your last night stream live and glad you're on this morning. Thanks for putting in that overtime. Enjoy your vacation. WCGA. We got the WCGA. Shout out to Drew. He just sent that over on Ko-Fi. Shout out to you guys there. I'm going to check the Cash App. We've already got some Cash Apps. It is, let's see who we got here. I took 2 days off, roughly. Tomorrow, I should be able to stream, but I'm getting in late to Vietnam. So very late to Vietnam. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream. If I do, I'll stream from the limousine, if you will, because I'm the limousine riding, jet flying, if you will. Black son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time keeping these gators down. Shout out to G Money says, Coach, always working. I'm a few streams behind. All right. Shout out to you, even though I took a day or two off. Or maybe it's like a day to you. But yeah. Shout out to Chris Mack says, supporting the machine. You're looking at the machine. I'm rich, bitch. Shout out to Hustle Every Day says, an excessive emotions to anyone but me violation. Any excessive emotion to anyone but me, violation. So I think if a woman says she's in it emotionally, but any excessive emotionally to anybody else, it's over. It's a no-go. All right. You can only love me and that's it. Because girls, they love me. All right. Because I'm the underweight lover, G. All right, here we go right here. Let me see what we got here. Let me see if I can sign in to PayPal. Yeah, PayPal don't want me to sign in over here. I'm having all kind of problems with these paying platforms because, you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Okay, it's a weird thing over here. Sometimes they work over here, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll let me sign in, sometimes they won't. Okay, let me see if this brother did this right now. Yeah, shout out to our brother Will F. He says, for the money. All right, the communist bag over there, over in Hong Kong. Shout out to you. We got our brother Jacob Rivera says, Coach, man, it's not much money, but thanks for all you do. Can't wait for your signature copy of your book, The Free Agent Lifestyle, to come to the crib. All right, that should be coming here very soon. Very soon. I had some issues with some books being put out. All right, at the last minute before I left, my assistant is mailing some books out. You might get another book in between there, but we'll get all of that situation started. Okay, let's get into this part of the show since we're having fun. Thank you for the support. Let's see how far we'll get. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's buckle up my seatbelts here. Straggle and Sniggles.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. You guys still worried about the war? Right. Are you guys still worried about the war? Do you want some doom and gloom, CGA? All right. You guys hate Donald Trump. All right. Donald Trump. Even the conservatives are turning against Donald Trump. The Hodge twins. Anyway, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have two girls are going to give us their Dating Rap 2025. And if you didn't see my Dating Rap 2025, I do my Dating Rap 2025 at the end of the year. And I basically give you the numbers or the countdown of how many women I've dated, how many women I made it, and how many women, you know, they're going to give you the countdown. And if you want to see that and you missed it, you can go to coachgregadams.locals.com and you can get the Dating Wrapped episode. It's still there. You can get the last 2 years, if you will, on Locals. And if you're not on Locals, you're missing a hell of a lot. But I did my Dating Wrapped as well over on Locals. So you can get it right here. I'm going to put the link in the description box or the live chat right there. So you can get CGA's Dating Wrapped. Until then, we're going to have Dating Wrapped by these normie women. And we're going to see what it measures up to with men in their Dating Wrapped. All right. We're going to see Bookworm Ling. I call her Dora the Explorer. She might even be Latina. All right. I can't really tell. Okay, we're going to call her a bookworm. She's a girl next door. She got the nerdy look. Shout out to my nerdy Lings. Let's see where we're going to get it here. Where's it at? I'm trying to show it here, but it's not popping up on my screen here. Let me see. I'm going to scroll down. Where's it at? All right, hold on for a second. They're not letting me share it. Oh, shut up. All right, hold on for a second. Let me fix this. All right, because they're not letting me share this particular video. Give me 1 second. Okay, there it is. I got it now. Okay, there it is right there. What do you think she is? I can't really tell. She looks like a Ling. All right, I'm going to give her a Ling, especially with those narrow shoulders. If she was a Mexican, she definitely would be fatter than that. So we're going to go with a Ling. Her name is Grace. That's a Ling. All right, that's definitely.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Grace. If you guys don't know, one of the best ways you can tell if a person is a Ling is if she has a white woman's name from 1950s or 60s. All right. So that's definitely a good way. You know, you want to hear it. You want to hear something like Grace or Heather or Michelle or any of these names, Rebecca, Mary, Grace. You want to hear any of these type of names right here. This is an example. And her name is Grace. All right. White woman's name from 1950. All right, Lucy. You know, this is what happens. The men do it as well. They do Bruce Lee, Henry, these type of things here. That's their American name. All right, Kim, male or female. All right, so anytime you meet a Ling and she has a name, Jennifer. All right, Jennifer, this is going to be a dead giveaway of a Ling. 1950s or 1960s white woman name. All right, Henry, Bruce, the men do it too. Larry, all right, this type of thing. Henry Choi, this type of shit. All right, anyway, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater here. We have Grace. All right, the Bookworm Ling is going to give us an idea of, she's a very single girl, very humbled by the dating year that she had. Let's see how many times she got her ecclesiastical Ling cheeks clapped this year.
I went out with a 53-year-old, a Mormon, and a guy I cut off who offered me $10,000 to give him a second chance. All right, fuckers, let's get into it. This year, I went out with 9 different men on 17 different dates. Where did I meet these guys? 3 from Hinge, 3 from mutual friends, 1 from a social event, 1 from Instagram, and 1 from work. By work, I don't mean the club. I don't go out with people from the club. I met him on a shoot. What did we do on first dates? 4 of them were drinks and dinner. 1 of them was just drinks. 1 of them was just dinner. 1 of them we went to Central Park, and 1 of them we did an art museum and then dinner. How many guys got past the first date? 3 guys. 2 of them were from Hinge, and 1 was the guy that I met at a shoot. This is a big deal for a number of reasons. Anything I've had that's gone anywhere in the last 4 years has been somebody that I met off of Hinge. This is the first guy in 4 years that I've met in real life that has gotten past the first date. Not only did he get past the first date, he holds the record for the most amount of dates I went on with one person this year. And that is, drumroll please, 5 dates. Grace, what happened to all of these men you went out with? 5 of them I rejected through text.
What kind of fuck you give me?
4 were ghosts, 3 of them were mutual, and 1 of them, he ghosted me. Let's get into some stats. Height, shortest was 5'10", tallest was 6'4".
Okay.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, we already know she's a Ling. She's very thin already, but she's skinny fat. Most Lings are skinny fat. They're not just thin, they skinny fat. All right, because they're not thin and muscular, they thin and like soy. All right, so we don't have them by race. I'm surprised she hasn't done it by race, but we'll have to interrupt her for now, Kanye. All right, these are all white guys, just so you guys know. Right, these are all white men. There's a 99.9% chance these are all white dudes. All right, she's from New York. She's condescending. She's vulgar, and she's Americanized. Her name is Grace. These are all white men. There ain't a nigga in sight. Now, if you look, 6'4", 5'10", all right. So these are white dudes, 100%. All right, 5'10", 6'4", white dudes. This is a white guy's dream in New York. All right, so let me see what else we got going on. She also says the dudes ghosted her and she ghosted them. She ain't got the cheek clap number in here, but I'm curious here. Let's see if she finishes. How many of these guys fucked her?
For an average of 6 foot and 0.7 inches.
All right, 6 feet tall, and she all of 5'3", 5'4" at tops, at best. All right, just looking at this big ass head to shoulder ratio. Look at this big ass noggin, lemon head compared to these shoulders. This woman's short. I mean, take a look. All right, she might be even Chinese and Filipina mix. All right, she's a tiny woman to be running around here with these tall white men. But let's continue.
I dated some rather tall men this year. I didn't realize that until I was making this presentation. For reference, I am 5'8". I do like a tall man. Guilty. Very guilty of that.
Shocking.
Age. Okay. So these are some groundbreaking numbers here for a number of reasons. Youngest was 25, oldest was 53.
Let me stop it right there. I mean, these are definitely white guys because look, although I was wrong on the height, she claims to be 5'8", definitely of the Chinese variety. Right? You know, Chinese women tend to be a lot taller than other Asian women. Here's the thing, 53. All right, I'm telling you, man, 53 years old. You niggas will sit up here and act like these women ain't dating older men. These young girls don't want you. 53 years old, youngest 25. That is a massive age gap. In Asian culture, that's not a big deal. But in American culture, he's a pedophile. But in Asian culture, women can date older guys, especially if they're Americanized over here. But certainly even if you're in their area, age gap is not as big as a deal as we make it here in America. 53 years old. Definitely was getting some binds fixed. Here we go.
For an average of 32. I guess 26 is the age where I start going out with younger men. He was just 1 year younger than me. Nothing crazy. 26. I don't think that's a big deal. Oldest was 53. I didn't know he was 53. If you want the full tea, I tell the whole story in my subscribers only content. If you want, head to my Instagram profile, hit subscribe. All the dirt will be there. 53 is an outlier for me. Previously, the oldest I had gone out with was 43.
She says gone out with. All right, take a look at here. Gone out with. You mean fucked. All right, because listen, we know them rice guts was giving up. All right, we know them rice guts was getting up. He ecclesiastically rearranged them guts. So the oldest guy you fucked previously was 43. Now it's 53. Just so we guys know what's going on there. But she definitely looked like she likes to get dominated in this mug.
I like to get dominated.
I like to
choked, whooped, spanked, told what to do. I need a man to take charge and let me just, be goofy.
Here we go.
And that was when I was 25. And I beat that by a decade.
He beat too.
Who knows? Maybe next year I'll venture into the 60s. The world is my oyster. Social media, just because I think this is an interesting note when you are dating and you have a bit of a following. One of the guys I went out with this year was actually through an Instagram DM. One of them unfollowed me after we stopped seeing each other. Two of them don't have social media. And then
Okay, so the dude on Instagram smashed and stopped following her afterwards. All right. Or you gave him blue balls.
three of them still follow me on Instagram and might see this. If I went out with you this year, hey.
Beat. All right.
I like to get dominated.
All right. So the three guys still follow her. One guy beat and stopped following her. Okay. Okay. So there you go right there. I'm telling you, man, these dudes beat that and they still follow on Instagram. And she out here going on dinner dates, posting on her Instagram story, going to dinner. And the other three dudes know she going to dinner with somebody who beat, because of course, when they went to dinner, she posted the Instagram story, but didn't post him, didn't post his plate. She just posted her plate. So anytime she posts an Instagram story, when it's just her plate, he already knows that she out on a date. Okay, but let's continue. Here we go.
What's up? Actual boyfriends this year.
Zero. Nobody wants to commit to relationships anymore. All right, they just give it up the cheap.
I spent this year so aggressively single. I am heading into my 4th year of being single. Maybe next year dating will be a little bit less abysmal, or maybe next year I'll hit the rock bottom that I thought I had hit this year. Happy holidays.
All right, and so let's just do the math here on this one. She's went on, let's just take the sex off of it. I mean, what was it, 19 dates or 19 different dudes she went on dates with? I don't remember the numbers, but she went on dates with 19 different dudes. Now, when women think it's unfair for men to judge them on body count, you have to think not many dudes went on 19 dates, or at least dates with 19 different women. First of all, the affordability factor is not there. Men cannot afford to go on dates with 19 different women. Then you take that the man has the opportunity to go on dates with 19 women. All right. Now, I have the opportunity to do so in the affordability, but most dudes can't. Just financially, most dudes can't afford it. Then when you consider the fact that a man could have sex with 19 women in one particular calendar year, that would be a dramatic feat as well. So this woman, let's just say, she's not a bad looking Ling. All right. I mean, I've had better and worse. All right. I'm hoping she's not a blue ball, but in this particular moment here, this is the discrepancy between dating for men and women. All right. This woman can go on 19 dates and let's say 2 or 3 are good. That's still a way better ratio than most men are able to accomplish across the board. And she was like, and still ended up single at the end of it. So 19 dudes stepped up to take her on a date and none she got a relationship from. 0. Still ended up owing. Still ended up owing. Now, I don't know how many clapped. I can't really tell because they're not saying. We have to read between the lines. But we know that pussy men gave up. She cannot go out with 19 different men and not give up no pussy. What number of men do you think smashed that Ling? Okay, what number of men do you think got the cootie cat, got that little Asian poon kitty? How many do you think? I mean, just think about it. All right, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a PAWG here, going to do her 2025 dating wrap. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, we got Reclaim the Throne. Shout out to him. This is our boy, Quarantino the God. Okay, some people said 19 smashed. All right, I don't know. It was 17 dates with 9 different men. Okay, shout out to her. So 17 dates with 9 different men. All right, 9 different men. I mean, gentlemen, have you gone on dates with 9 different men 9 different women this year? Pause. All right, well, the 53-year-old dude definitely hit. The 53-year-old dude definitely hit, and he fixed that bind. Okay, so what do we got here? We have a white girl with dating wrapped here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Take a look at her. All right, Poggy, Pig Suey. All right, little Pog. Where we at here? Where's my Poggy sound effect? All right, we got a little PAWG. Take a look at her blonde hair, fake blonde hair. You know what I mean? She's not that good looking in the grill. All right, she's got little teeth. All right, she's a mess. All right, this is a mess. And we already know that her midsection look fucked up because she ain't showing it. All right, she's got a little cleavage out here. You can see a little cleave down here, but you know she got stomach and gut. I can tell by the face she got stomach and gut. Higher fat cheekbones, higher fat stomach and gut and gun. All right, but let's see what we got here. All right, this is a 2025 dating rap. Damn, it's 6 minutes long. We're not going to get through all that. Okay, so let's see what we got.
I'm Addie J, and this is my 2025 dating wrapped. The question marks are still very much present because I don't think you can call this dating. So there were 17 men, 0 boyfriends like last year. But this year, there was one long distance, low commitment, casual situationship that did, in fact, ruin the entire month of December for me. So that's
yeah, this woman definitely chunky. All right, she definitely chunker and down here.
That's great. And I know you're watching this, so hey, shout out. So again, I'm not calling these dates. They're not dates. I'm calling them meetings. So there were 13 men that I had one meeting with. There were 3 that I had 2 meetings with. And then there was only one that I had 3 or more meetings with. Now I did kiss 15.
Okay, I hope she gets into it. I'm interested here. So 19, hold on. Did I get the numbers right? All right, I'm mixing up my numbers here. Dyslexia kicking in. All right, so there were 17 men, no relationships, but she kissed 15 out of 17. All right. And take a look at that right there. I mean, I tell you, when I say niggas will smash anything, niggas will. How many of you think these were white boys? Chads. So she didn't kiss 15 dudes. All right, so let's see right here. Let's see. I hope she gives up the dirty details here.
Kissed 15 of these men on the lips. I'm so sorry. And I did share a body with one of my ex-roommates and current friends.
What?
So 2 of these men were either in undergrad or just graduated, like myself. And then 4 of them were in grad school. 7 of them had big boy jobs. And then 4 of them had stupid fucking jobs or were unemployed or were like musicians or something. So I'm not counting that as a real job.
Oh my goodness. This is what in oh my goodness. These are your daughters out here. All right. So wow. Okay, so we got big boy jobs, career niggas 7, we got broke niggas 4, students 4, and 1 just graduated. All right, so there goes your theory about a broke nigga right here. Yes, a broke nigga smashed, but so did a career niggas. All right, wowzers. Let's continue here. Oh, what did she also say that I thought was interesting? Oh, the body shared. All right, one of the bodies she shared with a roommate. So that might have been a train or an orgy. All right, it couldn't be a train or an orgy or a threesome. We're not sure here, but this is interesting. Interesting must-see TV. Where's my train? Train. So we had a drunken night orgy or a threesome.
Friends. So we're in grad school or we're like musicians or something. So I'm not counting that as a real job. So the age range was 22 to 28. Now, this shocked me. So I'm 22, and my most popular age in men was also 22, which like should make sense because that's my age. But knowing me, that is just not normal. So that was super surprising. 15 of these men were white, 1 was black, and 1 was Filipino.
I'm glad she's breaking this down. So there wasn't that many niggies, all right, which is not a complete shocker. She is not niggy meat yet, just so you guys know. All right, I know you guys think because she's fat, she's niggy meat, but she's still chasing Chad because she's 22. So this is a Chad hit. So when Chad's hit, this is when you think Chad definitely be smashing only hotties. But Chad, remember, she got 0 relationships. So I knew that these were mostly white dudes. These were not niggies. Now, the niggy will give her a relationship, but that's going to be way down the line when she turns 28, 30. But most of these dudes were Chad hidden and quits because she's still aiming at big time Chads right now. She's not niggy meat yet, but she'll turn into niggy meat here in a little bit, maybe about 4 or 5 years. Maybe one of these Chads get her pregnant and then she'll be a full niggy meat person.
No. Now, the reasons I sought out these meetings can be seen on this pie chart here. So we can see that 70.6% of the time I was just bored, which made up the majority of the reasons. 11.8% of the time I did actually like them. So shout out those men. 5.9% of the time they were a repeat offender from 2024, from last year. And then 5.9% of the time, it was an undisclosed reason that I do still feel bad about, and I will not be repeating right now.
That was the black guy. That was the black guy. It was an undisclosed reason. Or it could have been a sugar daddy. Somebody paid her for some pussy. Something happened there. All right. It was the black guy or somebody paid her for pussy. It's undisclosed. So we're going to see what's going on there. Maybe the black guy paid her to smash. All right. But we don't know what's going on. But if you look at it, 70% was bored. And I talk about that quite a bit in my dating strategy. And my dating strategy was on locals. Most women date out of boredom. They date because they're bored. They sitting around. And when I always say, what do you think they're doing when they're bored? Do you think they're just twiddling their thumbs? No. When they're bored, they date. When they bored, they fuck. It's the easiest thing she can do. She's like, well, I ain't got nothing to do. What can I do? Let's throw some pussy out there. All right. Let's throw some pussy out there. When they're a lot of women are bored. When they say they binge watched the series, they also were bored and they fucked. All right, just so you guys know. It's hard for them to figure out something to do than throw some pussy out there. So let's continue here. She said she was bored 70% of the time, had nothing else going on in her world. So she said, why not throw some pussy out there? No, why not throw this fat gun out here and see who wants some? All right, but let's continue here.
And then 5.9% of the time, I did have a dream about them, immediately woke up and slid into their Instagram DMs.
Huh?
So last year's boredom rate was 50% of the reasons I sought out my meetings. And this year it was 70.6. So we can see that there's a 41.2% increase in boredom, which like I did graduate and move to a different city. So it's like, part of me is like, that makes sense. But part of me is like, why was I bored?
Bro, I cannot miss. And somebody said maybe it was the Filipino guy that was the sugar daddy. Yeah. And one was 28 years old. So it could be the case. But I can't miss. Moved to a new city, just graduated. When a woman moves to a new city, guess what? She came from a previous city where she got ran through. And then as soon as she gets to the new city, she's going to get ran through again. All right. Because what she's going to do is get excited. She's going to be like, oh, I just moved to Sydney, Australia. For the first 6 months, she going to throw punani out there. And then you really see that there also was a long distance situationship that she mentioned earlier, which kind of makes up for the fact that either the person was where she moved to, she moved away from him and kept it going to attempt to keep it going. We don't know what happened, and it may have failed and faltered, or it might have continued, or it's the Filipino sugar daddy. All right, but we'll see here. This is interesting stuff here.
I like should have been like locking in for grad school. I don't really know. Do they have names? So 3 of them never got a name. We never called them by their first name or a nickname. They were just that irrelevant.
Oh, the humanity.
So 3 dudes, she definitely smashed these 3 dudes. So 3 dudes, she didn't even know their first name, and they got them guts. I'm gonna just let you guys know, man. Pussy don't got no heart. So she said the names were irrelevant. They was just Chad to her.
Oh, the humanity.
3 dudes got the guts and didn't know their names. Look, y'all think women go throw that? You think they manage their pussies well? They do not. They do not manage their pussies as well as you might hope. All right. And so she don't even know the niggas' names, and they smashed them guts. Whew, and it don't matter. It don't matter to her. Apparently, right there, it don't matter. It's irrelevant. Because if it was just a date, let me tell you, when a woman goes on a date, she gonna find out his name. She gonna know his name, where you from. She gonna ask all the qualifying questions. But when she gives up pussy, she don't need to know the name. All right. When she just fucking out of boredom, she doesn't need to know the name. All right. But when she goes on a date, I want to know your name. What's your middle name? What's your last name? Where are you from? Where did you grow up? What do you do for a living? Where do you live? Where? Yep. All right. So these definitely are smashes. Chad smash.
And then 2.5 of them got called by their real name. The half is because there was one who kind of went back and forth between real name and nickname. And then
so that's definitely me. All right, that's definitely me. That's what I do. All right, so most women know me as one name when I introduce myself, and then eventually I'll give them the second name. All right, once I didn't hit it 5 times, and they might see it on the Cash App. So that's definitely me. All right, that definitely is sugar baby activity as well. So they would introduce themselves as a fake name or a middle name, and then end up giving the real name later. All right, this is definitely. And look at these fingers, bruh. Look at these meat hooks. Right on the end of her claws. Look at these fingers. Goodness gracious. I mean, listen, I'm just describing her, YouTube. I didn't say Nathan out here. Whoa, goodness. Imagine that grabbing on your meat and pulling and yanking and all kind of shit. All right, let me stop here. Let me continue here. All right, let's see. This is a disaster so far. Whose daughter is this? 22-year-old.
And 12 of them had nicknames. Some of my favorite nicknames, we have Bisexual Man, who was not actually bisexual, fun fact.
What?
And he did not like that we called him that. And then there was Physical Therapy Matt, Army ROTC Man. Now, Concrete Slab Guy and Soft Skin Man are actually the same person. And I think he had more nicknames too. And then we have the 28-year-old, pretty self-explanatory. This is some really interesting data that I've gathered. So 15 of these men did not love bomb me, while 2 of them did. And those 2 men also happened to have very thick eyebrows. Now, I thought that thick eyebrows was my type, but going into 2026, I think I'm going to stay away from thicket eyebrow men because apparently they're prone to love bombing. So remember that, ladies. Some other important data that I gathered is that 29.4% of these men were musicians of some sort, 2 of them, that being their full-time job. And I went to Belmont, so I should have known to stay away from musicians.
If I'm not mistaken, Belmont is near Nashville, Tennessee. I'm just guessing real quick. Belmont's near Nashville, Tennessee. So she's messing with white boy singer niggies that she goes to, you know, she goes downtown and she goes to see these guys and they're smashing her. So she's out here going down to the downtown area, walking, doing the bar hopping, and these dudes are smashing. So wow, this is crazy. All right, this is crazy. So a DJ, nightclub DJ, she's near Belmont, so that's near Nashville, country band singer, and they smashing these cowboy singers who you think are getting the hotties that are screaming at them. Guess what? No, they're not. I've been telling you guys, dude, you know, these dudes brag that they got a high body count, and most of them be pig suey. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
So that was kind of surprising for me. Average height was 5'10". If you remember, last year it was 5'9". We gained an inch this year.
How many pounds did you gain? Look at that face. This is the face that them niggas woke up to. That's why they ditched her. 15 dudes hit it and quit. All right. Didn't even get the real name because they're a country singer, right? And because they woke up to this face. All right. This is the face that they was looking at when she was up there dropping that neck. All right. On that face right here. All right. This the face they woke up to, or they saw the next morning, or they was looking at it. Goodness gracious. All right, this is why she be getting ghosted out here with them fingers, bro. This is crazy. Let me stop, bro. This is insane. All right, what does she got, man? Wowzers.
Hopefully we can gain another inch or 2 next year. And then I did meet one set of parents, siblings, and the entire parents friend group. So that was
Black guy.
fun. And then to this day, 41.2% of these men are all up in my DMs, Snapchat, messages, everything.
Again, gentlemen, when dudes say they hit it for free, this is what I'm talking about, man. This proves what I'm talking about. So She grabbing dudes, not in real world, other than the musicians. The rest of the dudes be in the DMs. Snapchat. This is why I do not DM women. This is why I do. I mean, listen, this is why I don't DM women. I will never give women the benefit of the fucking doubt of receiving a DM from me. All right. I'm only DM I'm gonna send you as an airplane emoji. And if you don't respond, that's it, nigga. All right. Andrew Tate style, apple, strawberry, nigga. That's it. But these dudes be out here starving in the DMs on low quality women. Okay. This proves my point so much. All right. She low quality. She down bad. They down bad. Where's my starving sound effect right there? I guess I don't have it. But yeah, he said they will expose it. I'm not gonna hit a woman in the DMs. All right. I can't afford it. Not me with a blue check mark that I bought, not me with followers and the kind of content that I do. Nah, man, because I even comment on posts that aren't even in my wheelhouse. And if they don't like my comment, they'll research my whole Instagram. And they'll be like, you get relationship conversations. You know, they'll research my Instagram just to give me a snarky remark back. So I already know my profile reaching out in the DMs, that's just sticking a target right on my damn forehead. For them bitches to go out there and expose me and tag me and say something snarky. So I never approach women in the DMs. Women can approach me in the DMs. All right. But I never approach women in the DMs. All right. I've never done it. Let's continue. Not one single time in my life. I mean, well, no, I haven't. All right. Where I approach the woman in the DMs. They got to approach me. Let's continue.
Even when I don't respond to a single message that they send.
Here we go.
So there's just something about men not knowing how to take a hint. And then I did make the Abby Lee Miller pyramid for the top men this year. So as we can see at the very bottom of the pyramid, we have stupid fucking Greenville man. You may be asking yourself, why did he even make the pyramid in the first place? Now, he did give us some really quality entertainment in the month of December. So that is the only reason he's on the pyramid. For that same reason, bisexual man is also on the pyramid. Because, you know, I did kind of like him. I like spending time with him. And then found out from my brand new coworker that I was training that he cheated on his last two girlfriends. And I found that out because she was coworkers with his sister.
I guarantee you she was a chunky white girl too. So spit sisters, essentially spit sisters. All right, let's continue. All right, let's continue.
Another place. So was really kind of upset about that, but he provided a really entertaining 7-part series on My Close Friends. And then we have, lastly, the guy I had a dream about and then slid into the DMs of. Great guy, super funny, never heard from him again. On the second tier, you'll see we have nobody. There was no man worthy of really making it onto that second tier except for Concrete Slab Guy, who, if you'll remember, is also Soft Skin Man. I would marry him like tomorrow. Yeah. But at the very top of the pyramid, we do have the 28-year-old. He did move my mattress for me in his new truck when I moved houses. And in return, I did let him park at my house for multiple Nashville SC games. So I would say we're on pretty good terms now.
She definitely smashed the hell out of that guy.
Yeah, I think that's the end. I have nothing to say.
Well, all right. Parked at your crib for multiple days. Okay, anyway, wow. Good luck out there, gentlemen. That's your future. Straggle and Sniggle Theater out.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard you're kind of tired of hearing about and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace. And coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. Shout out to Brandon in the building. Brandon has this to say. Well, first of all, let me acknowledge Brandon's been dropping his wallet and supporting in the way that when you can't support, he's been supporting for you over the last 24 hours and more. Shout out to Brandon, says doubled up, coach. Appreciate your time and consistency. Salute to the GOAT. You are acknowledged. You are acknowledged, sir. Brandon, and send me an email. You get 2 copies of the Free Agent Lifestyle book autographed and the Evolution if you haven't got it yet. Send me an email, Brandon. Thank you very much. You're donating where others cannot. Legacy T, I just finished the show from last night. You don't miss. The last 40 minutes had the biggest gems, and ninjas want to change the combo. Boss up your Mitches. All right, you better boss up out here.
You better boss up, nigga.
Okay. You can't beat what I'm telling you, bro. All right. Shout out to you. 5 or SK says, thank you for all your teachings. Parsec is an app that you can use to log in to your home PC from anywhere in the world. That way you avoid login issues with your services. Thank you, sir. Parsec. I'll go ahead and pull that up. Do a little bit of ecclesiastical research on that. Parsec or Parsec. There you go right there. Log in remotely to your PC. All right, what if my PC logs out, right? Or maybe I don't know how it works. Dinero Tranquillo. My boy, newly divorced, came to town, so we hung out. He had to play wingman. His chick was a bird. Her friend, who I was talking to, had bad energy until I whipped out the Platinum Amex and she recognized my watch. She was acting like I wasn't on her level. She was divorced 2 times with 5 kids.
You big dummy.
All right, divorced twice, 5 kids, and she was acting like until you pulled out the Platinum Amex. Wow. Yeah, man. They don't recognize until it's time to recognize, but I don't even know what to say. Shout out to Kareem Willis. He says, thank you for the great advice and the entertainment over the years. I've been freeloading too long. Here's my peace offering. Enjoy your vacation, my brother. You deserve it. And that's a double sponsorship. Kareem, shout out to you. And send me an email. We're going to get you some books autographed as well. Yo, both of our brothers, Kareem and Brandon, doubling up for today's show. Well, it's tonight's show for me, but it's today's show. And my neighbor's probably going crazy right now. They probably trying to sleep. Who the fuck is this nigga talking? All right, in the middle of the night. He got some nerve. Why don't you come over here then if you want? We got Hustle Every Day. Says that Ling let white bum niggas hit, but don't judge. Yeah, when it comes to Lings, white bum niggas can smash, especially if they're tall. Ling's got a thing for skinny, tall white dudes. All right. If you're a guy, if you're an Asian guy, all right, you guys know this. Lings have a thing for tall, bummy, drunk white dudes. Right. It is like if they're gonna do anything with a bum nigga, it's gonna be a tall white dude. They cannot motherfucking not do it. They gonna go for white dudes. The next thing they gonna do is go for an Asian guy. Black guys are lower on their totem pole, although if you do have a little bit of money, you can fix this and fuck a lot of Lings as well. But these are gonna be the dark skinned Lings. All right. So, you know, black guys don't realize the difference between Right. Guys don't realize the difference between the lings that they're fucking. All right, because the dudes are like, I fuck a lot of lings, and I'd be like, what kind of lings? When I went to Thailand, I'd be like, bro, that's different. Thailand, first of all, is pay for play. Philippines is pay for play. But anytime you have Southeast Asian women, is going to be different from Asian women. Right? There's Asian women and Southeast Asian women. See, I had to learn my lings as well. Okay. Any dark-skinned Southeast Asian ling is going to be different from the rest of the Asian lings. You have South Asian lings, which are Kamala Harris's, I tell you, do them lings. Then you have white lings, which are Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. All right. These are white women. All right. You got to know your difference. Like y'all Caucasians and Asians, you got to be able to distinguish between it. So Chinese lings, Korean lings, and Japanese lings are completely different than Thai lings and Filipino lings and Indonesian lings. These are two different goddamn lings. All right. Then when you throw the Indian lings in there, that's a whole different ling. So that's going to be different. So when you tell me you mess with some Cambodian, Vietnamese, those are different lings. When you talk about Chinese, Korean, and Japanese lings, that's going to be a whole different category. All right. All right. Any dark skin ling versus a light skin ling. It's a now when you talk about the light skin lings, they're going to go with white boys. All right. You are inevitably going to see more of them openly dating white guys. You go down to Asia, you go down to Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, or Philippines. These are going to be motherfucking, yes, you got a chance. You got a chance. Niggas got a chance. All right. But anyway, and then if a white dude moves in up any of them segments, they still got a better chance than you most of the time. Anyway, they love them, especially skinny. And like you could be a bum white dude and they good. All right. Anyway. There's an occasional exception to the rule. I know some Japanese lings that get down with military niggies. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Hustle Every Day says, I'd rather have quality over quantity and PAWGs. Shout out to you. Some people do get to that time in their lives. They'd rather have quality rather than quantity. Type in the chat whether you would like to have quality over quantity. All right, type in the chat, like, where are you in life? Because everybody's in a different part of their lives. Like, do you like to have quality or quantity? Are you trying to just run your numbers up? Are you just trying to get as much as you can for variety? Or do you want quality? Do you want a lot of quality? Do you want, do you not care? Type it in the chat. Somebody said none. All right, we got an asexual in the building. All right, shout out to Kareem and Brandon for the double ups today. We got our brother here. It is Super Stokes, Mr. Stokesman. He says, thanks for all that you do. Been watching you since 2020. Impressive to see how far you've come. JUCO story. Met a sister off of SA for a drink. She sold up a straight strag, long nails, red hair, clear heels, decent convo, but something was off, so I passed and Googled her. She's a stripper. All right, shout out to you. Or she is, I think you meant, I don't even know what that means. She probably was she was what do you call it? A ladyboy stripper? Yeah. He said, I knew something was off. Yeah, you got to do your research, man. I don't know where you were. All right, but what a mess. Keynote about dating black women. All right. You guys know I don't have no smoke for black women. Keynote about dating black women. And you'll see this, but you got to ask questions when you, especially if you date a black woman and you meet her on social media or a dating app. Most of the time you'll see this. When you see them on the dating app or their social media, you're going to see different varieties of her. You're going to see her with a short-haired wig, a long-haired, stringy hair, white woman wig, a blonde wig. You're going to see her in various stages. You're going to see her in braids and this type of thing. So when you're looking at these, one thing you have to ask is, what do you currently look like now? Okay, before you even leave the house. This is especially for Black women, because she might be in braids in the picture, and the picture that attracted you to her was the one where she had the box braids. But when she shows up, she's going to have a natural. She's going to be naturally curly or have a short hair wig on, and it's going to completely throw you off. Okay, it's going to completely throw you off. So with that being said, you have to make sure you ask them before you leave, what do you look like? All right. And this sometimes can happen with white women as well. But so anytime you see what they look like online, because they'll have various different looks, you must ask what they look like now. What does your hair look like now? Sometimes white women will do that. They'll cut their hair and they'll have a picture with their long hair on, and you'll be quite confused. Wait a minute, what's going on here? What do you look like now? How long is your hair now? And she got to answer that, just so you know. And she'll tell you, I got a blonde wig with baby hairs in the front. Okay, I didn't really like that one. I like the box braid. Right. All right. I don't like that. All right. That's okay. Shout out to Mr. Stokes, man, is in the building. It happens to the best of us. Kevin G. She wanted to have her shirt. She wanted to have a shirt with my scent for her to sniff when I was away. So I did her one better. I just nutted in her nostrils. Okay, this is getting crazy. He says now she can smell me with every breath she takes and every move she makes. All right. And she loves it too. Women love smell and hate it. JC says, morning coach, here's your half of the loose change that fell out of my filthy migrant's pockets as he ran from ICE. Good thing I have their number on speed dial. Shout out to you. Okay. Thank you, sir. And let's shake the PayPal before we continue moving on with today's show. Let me see if anybody ecclesiastically contributed to the PayPal. We already do have one. All right. Shout out to you for contributing. It is Thomas the Tank. He says, Coach, I'm in the middle of creating a multi-billion-dollar crypto app using AI. He says, I finally have the tools to bridge the skills gap. Thank you, tech billionaire in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to the future tech billionaire coming up with the crypto app. All right. Is Jeffrey Epstein connected to cryptocurrency? You know, the conspiracy theories are running wild like Hulkamania, that cryptocurrency is connected to Epstein. Also, maybe the mRNA, the poke, is connected. That's what they're saying. I didn't say it. Okay. But that's what they're saying. If you took the poke, you got some of Epstein's DNA in your body. That's what they're saying. And they're saying it's in the Epstein files. I didn't read it. All right, that's what they saying. I didn't say nothing, YouTube. I ain't spreading no. You world order. Okay, I ain't spreading no information. They saying everybody's a clone. It's crazy out here. Protect your neck. All right, let's get on with this show going on here. Nobody wants to have Epstein's DNA all up in their mRNA shop. Okay, what do we got here? How many videos can I play here before we fucking get... Okay, we're going to do a 2-hour show. So we're going to skip some of these videos and leave them for later. Let's go to this one. Okay, inside of the mind of the modern woman who wants to get married. We have a wife, an ecclesiastical wife, and I'll show you this ecclesiastical wife right here. Okay, you guys want to know what an ecclesiastical wife looks like? I'll show you. Okay, right here. There it is right there. All right, you see her right there, plain Jane. All right, you see her. She files her own fingernails. She definitely does her own nails. Okay, ecclesiastical wife. She's a mom. She has her wedding band on. No diamond. Okay, plain Jane. Look at this shirt. Look at this sweater, bro. Christmas sweater. Okay, then let's take a look. All right, hair flat on her head. All right, that's definitely giving Boise, Idaho, Salt Lake City, Utah. That's definitely giving some side of some Mormon culture or somewhere. All right, eyebrows rounded. All right, round eyebrows. All right, that's going to be ecclesiastical plain Jane wife when she has a normal arch eyebrow. See, when these skeezers, you're going to meet skeezers, and their eyebrows going to look like a Nike swoosh. All right, it's going to be cut off at the rounded part to give them that resting bitch face look. But she got regular, basic rounded eyebrows, no eyelashes. All right, no lip filler. All right, lip filler. She got plain white woman lips. Right, straight across her face, just like looks like a slit, right across her jaw. All right, and no lip filler and no lip glop or lipstick. Okay, small hoops. I'll be surprised that she has a hoop at all there. There's usually just a stud there or a pearl. All right, and no hair dye, nothing. Just there it is, basic rat's nest in the back, like she's been raising kids all day. All right, so shout out to these women here. Hey, shout out to those women. All right, that's an ecclesiastical basic wife. No mascara. She has no mascara, barely any mascara on. She maybe got some, what is that little eye thing where they get she got the little eye mascara shit going on. She got no shadowing, basically that's no makeup. That's as plain as you can get. All right, shout out to her right there. Ecclesiastical wife. Well, and she probably was a virgin, or at least only had 2 bodies before she married. Or she was a freak in college. I don't know. We don't know. But no fingernail polish, no gels, no acrylic on the nails. That's just basic fingernails right there. Maybe not even no clear polish on it. All right, look at that. Ecclesiastical wife. She's definitely raising 3 kids. Okay, so let's continue here. This woman says, men who are married who watch pornography are cheating on their wives. All right, so men who watch porn. Do you agree with this? Because this is an interesting topic here. Men who watch porn while married are cheating on their wife. Okay, Stock Factory issued woman. Yes. Okay, let me see if we're going to put up a poll here. We're going to start a poll. All right, let me see here. Start a poll. Do you think a spouse is cheating if they pleasure themselves to mattress actresses? Okay. All right, here we go right here. Do you think, and if you answer yes, you agree with this woman, a spouse is cheating? And I say spouse just to give you the idea that maybe a woman is doing this. All right. Would you feel different if a woman is doing it? So you got to answer whether it's the husband or the wife, because now you might be a hypocrite. Oh, no, I don't want my wife pleasuring herself. Okay. So look at this Christmas sweater. She definitely headed to the ugly sweater, white elephant Christmas party at her ward. All right. So let's continue here. Let's see what she has to say. Here we go.
In a relationship where your partner is faithful, committed to you and only you, that's the bare minimum. And yet there's so many relationships that don't even meet that bare minimum line because their partners are getting off to other people in their free time. They're lusting after other people. They're pleasuring themselves to other women or men. And it's just like, that's not even bare minimum of what it means to be in like a healthy relationship. Fidelity. You and only you. No, you and all the thousands of other people I get off into my spare time. That's not healthy for any of us. We as human beings deserve so much more than that. Being in a relationship where your partner is faithful, committed to you and only you.
All right, so there she is right there. Boy, what I would make a little deposit on that tongue. All right, definitely will put that CGA serum right there on that tongue right there, right between them thin ass lips. All right, but my problem with this is this. This is my problem with it. Obviously, as a man, a man probably is more likely to be stereotyped to use prawn in a relationship. Okay. A woman is probably stereotyped to not want to do this, but we know that women do watch prawn. All right. And we know that they do more likely to have toys even in their marriage. So while I'm going to say, well, she has no business telling me what to do with my meat because she doesn't own my meat. At the same time, if I kept coming home and she was in the bedroom with a vibrator, right? Or every time I jumped in the shower and when I jumped out of the shower, she had pleasured herself to a vibrator watching prawn, I probably would feel some sort of way. So there's that, the double standard. While I'm going to say, well, guys have been doing this. Like, here's my number one. Number one, men have been doing this to their meat way before they married you. Just like when a woman says, well, I knew these guys before we were in a relationship, so I can still maintain a friendship. Same as the guy. He probably since 13 years old, between 13 and 16, have been enjoying this particular thing in the way to fix his meat, pause, in place of sex. So I think it's kind of egregious for a person to come into the relationship with you and tell you what you can't do, but I've been doing it already. Like, I've been already doing this. Like, I'm comfortable doing it. This is what I do. It's an outlet in the absence of sex, and so forth and so on. But at the same time, if you're doing that more than you're making yourself available to the wife, and then you're struggling having intimacy issues with your wife because you're doing it, then you have that problem. All right. So that causes a problem. So if the woman is like, hey, I want to be with you intimately, but you can't perform because you're so used to pleasing yourself, then that interferes with the relationship. Now, if she is not performing her duties, then he's using that in a place to substitute, then that's totally fair. Okay. She's not performing her duties. There's big wide gaps into when she's available, when she's interested, when she feels in the mood. Okay, well, I can't depend on that. It's too inconsistent, and I'm not going to depend on that. I'm not going to depend on her mood to fix my satisfaction. If she's not doing 21 days of intimacy, he's got to get that release somewhere. So I get it. I get why she has a problem with it. I don't consider it cheating in the mode of how we define cheating, but there are some issues both with this one. If she's not doing her job and he has to do this, fine. If he is having a performance issue because he's doing it too much, he's addicted, that's a problem. That's going to cause relationship issues. If it's the woman doing it, I definitely going to feel some sort of way. All right. So I'm going to be like, damn, every time I come in, she watching prawn and gang bangs and she looking at, okay, whoa. So I'm going to have a problem with that as well. So yeah, I understand what she's saying there, but I don't consider it cheating. But let's say what the poll says. The poll says 84%, 83% right now say, no, it is not cheating if they're pleasuring themselves. Yeah, I don't agree that it's cheating. Okay, then we need to come up with another word or another qualifier for this, and maybe somebody knows what it is. Okay, but cheating is not it. Now, could it interfere with the intimacy issues? Sure, 100%. And I'm just going to say, as somebody who can read a woman like a book, this woman is not giving up them guts enough. Okay, this is a regular wife. I can guarantee you she coming up short on giving up the guts. And with an ecclesiastical wife, most of these women are not attracted to the man that they married. Most of the guys that they marry are Barney Rubble, Flintstone looking ass niggas, basic, regular docker and motherfucking penny loafer wearing ass niggas, right? Okay, she's not attracted to him at all, sexually or intimately. I can guarantee you she coming up major league short in her performance. She probably keep it hairy too. I guarantee you 9 out of 10, that shit look like a woolly mammoth down there. All right, there's no trim, no nothing. All right, you can reach down there and when it's moist, it's just a couple of stringy, hairy, moist strings down there. She only made for intimacy and she only made for procreation. 100%. All right. I bet you, man, this is probably some of the basic sex you about to ever feel. No positions, no nothing. Hurry up and finish, ass bitch. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna let you know that right now. Just looking at that now. Eventually, once she gets a little bit of this, she's gonna eventually wake up. She looks like the type of woman that wakes up later on and turns into a freak later on. But she ain't got no freaky in her right there. All right, starfish sex. Yep, this is the type of bitch that thinks about when you're having intimacy with her. She thinking about how many towels she got to fold afterwards. All right, and she definitely only giving you sex about 2 times a week, if that. And we talking about intercourse, not even no cheeks clap, no nothing. All right. Anyway, lie flat ass beach, Carl's Jr. star. Okay, inside the mind of modern American women, we have a woman that says, all right, she says the gym culture is the most confusing social place. All right, let's see what this young woman's going to say here. Let's see here. This is what she says. The gym culture is the most confusing social place.
It's the most confusing social place. You'll make eye contact with somebody 10 times, even have the same routine and go at the same hours, yet you won't talk to each other. We'd rather download an app to say hi than saying hi in person to someone who's 10 feet away from you, who is giving you signals to approach them. The gym is the most confusing social place. You'll make eye contact with somebody 10 times, even have the same routine and go at the same hours, yet you won't talk to each other.
All right, who's this little Filipina in here talking? All right, she either Thai or Filipina or possibly, or Cambodian or Vietnamese, half Ling talking.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, now, bro. All right, I said this back in one of my most viral videos in 2018 and 2019 was the gym is the new nightclub. All right, but that was in 2018, 2019. Of course, these people were not even adults at this time, so they're experiencing the same thing. All right, ma'am. Okay, this must be rage bait. This has to be rage bait. There's no way you can think that men and women are supposed to mate in the gym. Like, I get it. You're going to have it onesie, twosie, here and there's. You're going to have gyms that are nothing but meat markets. All right, if you go to LA, it's nothing but a pickup joint. All the niggas are going to holla. It's going to be a holla monster show. But then you go to some suburban gyms, Equinox and Lifetime Fitness, nobody talks to each other. I mean, you're going to get no holla monsters. All right, you're going to stand out. The only people that are hollering are 40-year-old plus women. Okay, so somebody says, Coach, talk about Luka Doncic. Nigga, keep up with my shows. Already did. Next. All right. Now, in this moment here, she's asking, you're looking at a person and then you're waiting for that approach. This is really a disaster for dating marketplace because women have made it inherently clear that gyms are not a place to pick up. Now, we know that's a little bit of gaslighting because now whatever they say, then they wonder why their gym crush don't talk. Well, we do want you to approach. We only want a certain type of people to approach. But I'm still going to say, as a person that has worked in gyms for decades, I'm not just somebody who just gives you dating advice willy-nilly. I've worked in gyms, a variety of them, private gyms, regular big box gyms. I've worked out in gyms. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist. I've been in the gym environment and athletics all my life, pretty much all my life. I'm going to tell you this. Do not make it a habit of picking up girls in gyms. Now, if they pick up on you, meaning that they come to you, again, this is not your normal red pill dating advice from an incel who don't pick up hoes. That's just going to tell you the whole just cold approach, bro. Do not pick up girls in gyms. Do not make it a habit of picking up girls in gyms. If they pick up on you, okay, all right, they give you the signal, they come over and talk to you, and they make it clear, and they say, let's go get a juice. Okay, all right, that's not cold approach. All right, but if you see a woman looking or she ain't paying attention to you and she got her headphones on, just leave her the fuck alone. Now, let her deal with the fact that she doesn't know how to send out clear signals. Okay. Let them deal with it. Why won't men approach me? Bitch, if you got a big set of headphones on or earbuds, nobody's going to talk to you. There's a high chance nobody's going to talk. And if they do, they know even the holler monsters are getting shut down. Okay. I actually went to I took a girl, the Japanese girl from Japan, over to my gym. And she went to my gym, and my gym is sanitized, meaning that nobody even talks to each other, right? Nobody barely talks. If they do talk, it's the same people talking to the same people. People mind their own fucking business. Now, she said when she was in LA, the gym she was at, they was just niggas was hollering the whole time. And then she went to my gym and she was like, oh, it's interesting. I went to your gym and no dudes try to holler at me. She did say some old white dudes was giving her the wink. Like she said that was going on. But she was surprised that the gym that I went to was a sanitized gym and no niggas was trying to holler. And she was like, that was interesting. I'm not used to it. Now, she wasn't saying that she wanted it to happen, but she wasn't saying she didn't want it to happen. She was just shocked that it wasn't happening as often, because she said in LA, it just going on the whole time. But in my gym, it don't go on at all. You don't see dudes hollering. And she was missing that. She thought that when she was going to come to my gym, she was going to get hollered at. And then she wasn't getting hollered at. So she was kind of like, wow. Okay. So in that moment, you know, what I'm saying is, because she said she didn't get hollered at, doesn't mean she didn't want to get hollered at. But it doesn't mean she was going to give the dude the chance to holler. You see what I'm saying? So it's the attention that she was missing. It wasn't the fact that she was looking to upgrade or find somebody new. And that's what's really happening. When you holler at women, they're going to take that attention and go with it. But it's not that you're going to clean up and get something out of it. You see what I mean? Like, it's one of these things that men have to understand. She might miss the attention. She might want to get hollered and looked at and eye graped, as we called it, and eye assaulted. She missed it, but that doesn't mean that's what they want you to do 24/7. She wants the ability to project and be like, oh, this nigga. But she didn't get a chance to do it, so she kind of missed it and said, that's an interesting gym environment. I didn't get to reject anybody. I didn't get to make anybody feel like they were leering at me. I didn't get to turn anybody down. That's what happens in gyms. And trust me, I've been in gyms for 25 years, all varieties. I've been in athletic gyms. I've been in gyms for college gyms for just athletes only, high-level athletes, Division I athletes, professional athletes running in there. I've been in gyms, big box, little box, private, exclusive. It is very rare that you're going to be successful at it in the gym. Very rare, especially if you are not in shape, right? If you are not in good shape, you can forget it. That is the real. Now, here's the other thing about it. Gyms are very cultish. All gyms are very cultish. There's a cult environment going on in every gym, which if you're new to it, you might not be ingratiated into the cult. You might not be initiated into the cult. You may not understand the cult or the culture. So when you jump in, most of the time you don't know. That woman might be married. She might be married and faithful. The husband might be her workout partner. The husband could be across the room. They could have couples. There are other married women watching her. There's other single women watching her. There's a dude that has a crush on her for the last 2 or 3 years that is watching her. There's some white knight simps that are watching her, that's protecting her, and they see you in there. You're not part of the cult or the culture. I don't care if you're tall or handsome. You walk into a gym and you start talking to bitches that them niggas been waiting to talk to or then got turned down. Oh, they gonna slash a tire. They gonna make sure that they're gonna identify you and make sure, oh, okay, he the one that's hollering out all the bitches. All right, he just been here for 2 weeks. We ain't even seen him. All right, other women are gonna come over there. Baby, you okay? There's gonna be a lot of dirty macking going on. So this happens a lot. And dudes will come in here with a blanket statement, cold approach is okay in the gym, and you don't realize there's a culture that goes on there, especially when you get to higher end gyms, CrossFit, very niche gyms, small private gyms. Trust me, man. Don't just go in there and just spray and pray. You better do your due diligence and your research. You don't know who's going to tattletale. There's a whole dynamic of older women protecting the younger women. The older women are jealous of the younger women. Okay. So you don't know who's watching you. When you think nobody's watching you, when you're in the gym, the minute you leave your station and go talk to a woman, trust me, everybody's watching. Everybody gonna know. The personal trainer's gonna know. There's a personal trainer station. They watching you. They keeping an eye on your motherfucking ass. All right. The general manager of the gym watching you. The cameras are watching you. Trust me, they all know, nigga. They ain't letting you just get away with no holler. Now you holler at 2 or 3 women and they turn you down, and you might holler at a home. You could just, your name is dirt. Your name is dirt real quick. All right. And do not holler at any of the bitches working in there. You better make sure they holler at you. Fine. They put on 2 things to do with you. Fine. You better know when they talk to you, are they part of the sales team? Are they trying to sell you protein? Because a lot of them front decks bitches get extra commission for selling you proteins. All right. And y'all niggas come out with a big old bottle of protein, and then you thinking you getting a number, and they just trying to sell you protein drinks because they get a commission. Right. And you don't realize it's happening, and you're like, oh, she talking to me, she must want me. All she doing is getting the commission and try to sell you a package of personal training packages or some shit like that, some swimming lessons or something. You don't know. And another thing that happens, some of the people that work front desk are either fucking each other, fucking the manager, fucking the personal trainers, and or are daughters or relatives of people who run another portion of the gym. So while you don't think so, I'm gonna holler at this pretty front desk bitch. Well, her father is the general manager or some wild shit like that. You just never know. So my point is that, especially if this is your home gym, you better do your research first. Now, if it's Planet Fitness, go for it. You talking about Planet Fitness or some regular junky ass gym, all right, EOS maybe, or 24 hours, all right, okay, go for it, nigga. You could just go to another club at the end of the day. But if you're talking about private, small box, all right, you're talking about luxury gym, niche gym, CrossFit, this type of shit, you better do your research. Orange Theory, do your research. Do not jump in there first day and then leering at bitches, because there might be some wives in there. And trust me, I made these mistakes. I made these mistakes even as a trainer. All right. When I thought a married woman was hitting on me, shit, I went and said, bitch, come to the house. I'll fuck you this shit. And then she got really clammy. She had to protect herself. She talked to one of her friends. Her friends ended up telling the general manager, and the shit went left. All right. They was like, you can't be in here. We live in a very family cultural gym. You can't be in here fucking with the married women. It goes left really quickly. So you have to be, yep. I knew a dude that had, he owned the gym. It was a smaller gym. He owned the gym, and his wife was a trainer. You never would have known. You would have went in there and hit on a trainer girl, and she was married to the owner of the gym. I mean, you just don't know. So you want to make sure that you do your research. Do not just tell niggas just the willy-nilly go in there and cold approach. It's open season on women in the gym, and wives are easy targets because their husbands are fat and lazy. You got to do your research. I'm one of the people here that are going to tell you shit based on experience, knowledge, and I've been across these things. Do not listen to these niggas telling you just cold approach in the gym. All right. There's also a woman that I met in the gym, several women that I met in gyms, and I fucked them. And it was most of the time that happened, they were the ones who initiated. They were the ones that made it clear. It's good. Let's get the number. You can come through. I like your shirt. When you jump rope, your titty chest muscles jump up and down. I want to see that. All right. So they were the ones that made it specifically clear that it was on like Donkey Kong. So once they made it clear, then it was all systems go. But if it's not clear, you're not sure, just motherfucker, just stay away, bro. Equinox, same thing. Just there's a lot of married couples. And here's the nice part about it. There's a lot of dudes that pay for girls to be in gyms like this. All right. There's sugar daddies that pay for their girlfriend to be in Equinox and Lifetime. There's married men that pay for their wives to be up in Equinox. All right. That payment goes to the husband's credit card. Last thing you want to do is go up in there thinking it's open season. Okay. And then you go up in there, you go, woo. Now you're out here upsetting the culture of the gym. Trust me, people are watching you, and it don't take much for you to upset the culture of the gym by coming in, cold approaching bitches left and right. All right. It's going to be a whole bad season on you, and you're going to have to leave the gym. You'll have to be forced to leave the gym, meaning that it's going to make it uncomfortable with you. All right. So be careful with that one. That's my advice. Know the culture of the gym before you do that. Be there for a year. Be in the classes. Be invested in the culture. Learn to talk to people, not just the women. Talk to the men, meaning don't cold approach the men. I'm saying make yourself known to the men before you just start cold approaching the women. If you just only talk to the women and never talk to the men, it's going to be bad news for you. They're going to make it hardcore on you. And there's some punk ass white knights up in this motherfucker too. All right. What do we got here? Inside the mind of modern women, we have, we have some women that don't have no feelings inside. All right. There was a great song by Shaka Khan. And why am I not thinking of the band that she was in? Shaka Khan was the lead singer of a group. Why is it slipping my mind? Tell me something good. All right. Tell me that. Rufus. Yes. All right. Rufus. All right. Shout out to Rufus. Shaka Khan, tell me something good. But one of the lines that she had was, you ain't got no feelings inside. You ain't got no feelings inside, ass bitch. All right, so tell me something good. You ain't got no feelings inside. This woman says that she went on dates, met dudes that qualified, but she has a problem. She feels nothing ecclesiastically about these men. We're going to figure out why, but let's hear what her problem is.
Was alone in this. Just went on a first date, and this is no offense to this man. Obviously, perfectly fine, normal, lovely date. It's getting to the point though that that's the problem. Like there's just nothing happening, and I just feel no sparks and no chemistry with people, and I feel bad because I feel like it's just me. I'm going out with really handsome, accomplished, interesting people, and I feel nothing. I feel like I'm just another girl. Like I'm one of a million, and there's just nothing special about me. Probably not presenting that great either. Not like that sparkly or interesting or like dynamic at all, because I'm just so depleted. I know my person's out there, but starting to really question if I even have it in me to find them anymore. Listen to Maisie Neely's book today, and through all of the hardships she had, she just kept going and kept dating and kept seeing people, and I admire people so much that have that in them, because I just don't have it in me. I thought I was safe and I thought I was done, and like having to do this again just feels like work every time I go on a date, and it feels like so hard. I said I wouldn't talk about my dating life on here.
Okay, shout out to this woman right here. I'm gonna just tell you, first of all, this fake crying on the internet, as I say, any person, specifically a woman, but any person that cries on the internet and post that shit is a manipulative piece of dog shit. Okay. I don't care if it's real tears or fake. You're a manipulative piece of dog shit if you cry on the internet. Now, I've been on the internet about damn near 12, 20 years, and I ain't cried yet. Right? I have not cried once. Now, there was maybe one or two times that I might have shed a tear or my eyes welled up based on a testimony of a Coach Gang member or something like that. Maybe I saw a video. Maybe there might be 2 times that I felt like, damn, I could have cried. Right. And there was a couple of times that I laughed crying and I had to leave the stream for a second and run a commercial. But I've been on the internet for many, many years. I ain't cried yet. All right. And if I do, nigga, I'm pretty sure I'll go viral or somebody gonna play that shit. So that's number one. Number two, one of my theories about dating and relationships is that dating is for teenagers. Dating is for teenagers. People still fight me on this because you guys think dating is some sort of part of the culture, and it's not. Dating has never really been part of any culture up until our recent history in the last 100 years. And really, it's only been acceptable thing to do in the last 60 to 70 years. But dating is a new phenomenon. The fact that people believe that people just going to meet stranger after stranger after stranger, and they're going to find some sort of butterflies and funny feelings inside, and they're going to have some. This is a false. The more you date, the more you're going to become disappointed, the more you're going to participate in tearing down the structure of your ability to connect to a person. Okay, you can't keep trying to think you're going to connect to a person and find someone, and you just dating multiple people like these women in Straggle Sniggle Theater, 15, 19 a year. There's no way you're going to be feeling connected to a person. You're going to worsen your chance to do so, especially then when you're adding sex and casual sex and promiscuity to it. You can forget it. So dating is for young people. When I say when older people date, men and women over 32, men over 35, you're wasting your fucking time, just to let you know. Now, y'all can go out here and continue to do it, but y'all really ain't going to find someone. You can find somebody to settle with, but that's not how you're going to find someone, especially in the common culture and the way we date. Meet strangers, stranger meets you, you get to know each other over dinner, you then wait 2 or 3 dates to fuck. Then y'all trying to fuck other people on the side. This is not going to work, especially then when you have manipulative daters, women who date men for dinner. All right. Men who date women just trying to fuck on the first date. This is no way you're going to continue to do this and meet somebody where you're going to experience success. That comes from social proof. That comes from social network, social class. Okay. Thinking you're going to meet a stranger and make shit work is not going to work. So I'm here. I'm here to tell you the reason people think that or having these problems. And she's way past the age of 32. You can tell, look at the neck. The neck always gives it away with white women. And then her face starts to sag and she has the jowl lines coming in. She's probably a mom already. I mean, does she look decent? Okay. Botox on the forehead, Botox vein in the forehead. And not only that, she a lunatic. All right, let me just tell you, she's a lunatic because she probably is one of these spiritual women that believe in ecclesiastical crystals and fairies and shit like that. And she believes multi-universes and all kind of crazy ass shit. And she's also a Christian. Okay, so you got a whole bunch of bullshit going on there. Trust me, I met plenty of white women like this. Right? Once you see they behind their googly ass eyes and you wonder what is going on in their head and they start spilling their guts about some crazy ass shit, you're gonna be like, oh my Lord. All right, yeah, okay, let me just bone this fucking whore and then ditch her. So people will disagree with me and think I'm making this some sort of trying to make you feel bad about what you're doing. But what I'm saying is this woman's been washed out. Dating is not for older people. Can you date? Sure. I can't stop you from dating. Can you take a person on a date off Tinder and you're 47? Sure. Go for it, if you want to. But what you will find is that, and even for myself, because you've heard me say, I can't normie date. I cannot normie date at my age. I've lost the appeal to normie date at least for the last 5 years, but certainly in the last 10 years. All right. Number one, I'm good at dating. Right? Like, number one, I'm good, meaning that when I say I'm good, I can come off very well on the first date. All right. I come off very well, meaning that when women date me, I'm not nervous. I'm not awkward. I'm pretty straightforward. I'm not over the top. I'm not dead on the inside. I basically am very calm and casual, somewhat indifferent and endearing, gentleman, easygoing. You know, I don't say perverted shit until she opens the door. I don't press on the woman to have sex. And typically what happens is women are interested in me. If I get to the first date, I'm going to get the second date. I'm going to get the guts. Right? That's how good I'm at it. It's almost a guarantee. If they meet me in person, I'm going to fuck them. If not, I mean, not even on the first date. By second date, her pussy going to be purring. Because I'm not going to press. I'm not aggressive. I'm not thirsty. I'm not desperate. I'll pay for the first date. I'm not like, oh, you pay for half. I don't make it awkward. I basically make it somewhat casual and easygoing. I don't have a dinner at a hot 5-star restaurant, Michelin star restaurant on the first day and make it awkward. All right. I give instructions. I make sure I'm the dominant and she's the follower. I tell her how to wear her hair. I give her clear instructions. I plan the date. It's going to be. But when I go, I just be like this. I'm not nervous. I'm not excited to meet her. I'm not going to get catfished. I'll never get catfished because I do a good job of vetting. I'm never excited about it. I haven't been excited about a date in like 20 years, 15, like nervous and exciting and wonder what's going to happen. And like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to get lucky. The reason why is because I've done it way too much. So it's nothing to me. He said, I just check the boxes. I just be like, dip, 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 do. And normally it works. I have the same dating routine. I take the women to the same restaurant. I have 5 watering holes. I call them my 5 watering holes. All right. I have the meet time. I have the confirmation time. I send the confirmation text. All right. I don't send the confirmation instructions the night before. I confirm that we're dating. Are we meeting the night before? And then I say, I'm going to text you the directions to the place. And I'm going to tell you what the place is the night before. I'll tell you the direction, the location the day of. I confirm the day of. I don't leave the house until that bitch tells me she left the house. Then I go to the 5. Every woman goes to the first time we meet, they all go to the 5 different places. Place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I know the place. The people there are comfortable with me. They know I'm going to bring another woman in. The hostesses know me. When I walk in, they be like, oh, hey. And they see me. The motherfucking waitress be like, hey, how you doing? Are you going to have the same drink? I know what you want. So what's going to happen is I'm in a rhythm. I'm in comfort. I know the dress. I'm not guessing what the dress attire is. I know the directions there. I know how long it takes. It's going to be 10 minutes from where I live, 20 minutes from where she lives. It's going to be 10 minutes from my house just in case the date goes good and I fuck her. All right. So I can just go to the house and not have her follow me 30 minutes. So when she leaves the house, she says, I'm on my way. I'm leaving. I'm 15 minutes away from the location. Then I can leave the house. So I never get stood up. I never meet her there too early. I never wait there and then she flakes on me. It's literally like a layup. It's a layup to me, and it's going to work. And normally it goes well because I'm not pressing up on them. And then I don't get really raunchy or dirty unless she starts talking about some shit. And then I might be like, oh, you like your hair pulled? Same conversation. And the reason why I'm never going to meet a person like that, because I look at it as mundane, very normal, very lethargic process. It's a very lethargic process that really works for me very well. And it yields a result. And I'm not surprised if the woman fucks me or not. But I know I'm never going to meet a person like that. So I'm never excited about the experience. If a person is not excited about an experience, oh, by the way, I know the menu, I know the cost already going in. So I can order right off the menu. And the woman is going to say, oh, you've been here before. What do you suggest? I can tell her what she's going to get. I know what the cost is by the time she orders a drink. Everything is already. Yeah. And then I know when I leave, I know where to park my car, where she says this, or, oh, I see you getting in the Porsche. Follow the Porsche. Follow me to the house. It's the same thing. Now, I don't think people who do that should date. Same as when I say, if you're a dating coach, You shouldn't date. You shouldn't date. Especially if the person is looking to meet somebody, do this means. Like if they're just looking for casual sex and casual hookups, fine. If they're looking for something out of it, you're going to disappoint them, so forth and so on, meaning it's a mismatch. You shouldn't date. You're a dating coach. You shouldn't date. You're not nervous about a date. You shouldn't date. You don't have a feelings inside about the date. You're successful at dating. You should not date. Dating should be reserved for people who are nervous and trying to figure it out and learning the process and getting to know. That's who should be dating. Bitches, ladies, if you ain't nervous and you feel nothing inside and you meeting men that you think check all the boxes and you still can't figure out how to meet a person and you're meeting good people, you shouldn't date. Period, dude. You should not be dating. These people should get rid of themselves off the marketplace. Okay? And people don't understand that. People don't understand why I believe that. But it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't know what to tell you. You should be not dating. What you should be doing is just hooking up. But then when the person don't pay 50% of the bill, or you don't tell a person that they missed out on dating etiquette and protocol if y'all motherfuckers is just dating too many people. That's my point about dating. Because y'all fucking it up for everybody. You're messing it up. So this is an example right here. These people are messing it up. Oh, another thing. You're divorced and you're out here dating again. Maybe in the first year or two. Other than that, go sit the fuck down. Y'all old people, divorcees, divorced once, divorced twice. Go sit down. You're wasting your time out here, coming out here pretty princess, wanting princess treatment and wanting men to pay for this and that. Bitch, you already got kids and you've been divorced. Go sit down. Men, you too. It don't matter, y'all. It's not about women and men. Just stop dating. Dating has come to this point where y'all think it's normal to date. It's literally supposed to be an abnormal event. Dating is supposed to be an abnormal event. It's supposed to make you nervous. It's supposed to be like, I finally got one. Oh my God, this person. Normally, I don't go out easily with a person, and then I'm going to go out with this motherfucker. But if you constantly dating all time, 10 times a month, that you trying to date, you guys are fucking it up. And what you're going to end up being is this. Okay? I don't know what the problem is. Yeah. The problem is you're treating dating like some sort of goddamn normal event. Serial daters, almost serial killers. People don't agree with me on this one, but I've been standing on that for years. I've been trying to tell people that for years. The reason why you're unsuccessful is you think dating is literally like something you're supposed to be doing. And if you ain't doing it, something wrong with you. Go sit the fuck down. Go find something else to do. Go build a business, a network. People are, oh, by the way, that woman said, that fat, chunky white woman that said she dated 17 dudes, guess what she said? 70% of her dates and her sexual escapades came from her being bored. And it is a truth that when women and men, mostly women though, when they're bored, they date and they fuck. And a lot of women are dating because they're bored. I've been saying this for years. It's just more confirmation. A lot of women jump on, it has been proven, a lot of women jump on Bumble and Hinge when they're bored. They don't got nothing else better to do. They just treat it like it's a fucking card game. Swipe right, swipe left, I'm bored. Now, when you got some shit going on, guess what? You ain't on it. I ain't on them all day. Swiping and messaging and returning messages promptly. All right, I got them, but I don't be on there looking at who the fuck. I don't even care who on there matching with me. Because I know it ain't gonna be no bitch that I really, really, really fucking want. It's gonna be some regular bitches. All right, regular degulars. And men, most of the time when you're on dating apps, you're bored. You don't got nothing going on in life. You're bored and horny. Most of the time, you're trying to get fucked when you go on those dating apps. You're gonna get fucked as fast as you can. You're not looking to meet a person for a regular relationship. Most of y'all got no feeling inside. All right. And people that don't realize, if you see my dating app, dude, I got hundreds of people in there. I don't even swipe. So I would have more if I was pretty active on it. But my dating app's got hundreds of people in there and messages. I don't even look at them motherfuckers. So it's like them shits don't, I'm not even tempted. It doesn't even tempt me to look and go curiously, like, what's in there? I wonder who I got. I'm on multiple sites, and most of them I'm on sites because I teach dating, right? I teach it in the dark side. But it's like, whatever, nigga. It's 100 plus on any site that I'm on. I don't even be like excited about it. I'm like, whatever. All right. If I'm bored, I might look in there and be like, all right, who getting fucked tonight? All right, let me take them to the process. All right, meet me here. Are you available? Oh, here's another one. Are you available Tuesday or Wednesday? Never date a new woman on Fridays and Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, never a new woman. Only date women that you have repeat offenders or women that you've already fucked on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All new women go on Sunday night, maybe Tuesday night for sure, Wednesday night. New people are Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay. You only fuck with the women that you know gonna come through on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You never meet new women on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Them bitches go on Sunday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Some maybe a Monday, but Monday you're resting. Monday you're resting. Why take a new bitch out on a Friday? First of all, it sends a wrong signal that you don't got no shit going on. All right, that you got to date a new woman on a Friday. Friday is prime time. Friday for guaranteed poon. Guaranteed poon. We gonna go through the rhythm and the rigmarole, and we fucking on Friday night when we get home, or we fucking before we go out. There ain't no way I'm dating a new broad and trying to see if she gonna fuck me on Friday or a Saturday. Nah, that's guaranteed poon, or stay your ass in the house. Okay, Monday, it's chill. Monday Night Football, go to the bar, low pressure, take the day off of dating, maybe set up your next dates, whatever it is. Sunday night, chill, or have a woman cuddle with you and get your last fucking cuddles in and balls tickled from the bitch that stayed over Saturday night into Sunday. Whatever you're doing. Sunday night, you're getting your shit ready to go for Monday. Iron your clothes, nigga. Put your whole shit out there. Fold your laundry, nigga. Fold your laundry. Yep. Sunday is brunch. Maybe a brunch with a new bitch. All right. When you send the other woman that was home with you on Saturday night, she go home, have lunch with her on brunch, come back, fold your laundry, get yourself ready for work. You don't got to be going on no fucking date on Sunday night. Ain't nobody outside. Nigga, just go stay at the crib. Then Monday, maybe take the day off, watch Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Nitro, Monday Night Football, nigga, the ACC game of the week. Set up your dates for Thursday, for Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay. New people, Tuesday and Wednesday only. Guaranteed Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays. Pretty simple. Okay. But I'm not spending no goddamn time meeting a new broad on a Saturday. Are you serious? I'll stay in the house. If I ain't got nothing going on, just stay in the house, man. Anyway. We got one more video and then the main event after we do these super chats. We have another woman that says, similar, she doesn't have any feeling inside. And you can see the dead eyes in these young ladies, man. Take my advice on this one. If you're over 32 years old, ladies, give it fucking up, bro. Give it, it's a wrap. Just meet somebody and marry them, or sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. All right. Or be a whore. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Take a look at this woman right here, dead in the eyes. There's the Nike swoosh eyebrows. All right, dead eyes. This woman been dating since she was 16. Now she's 32. That's 16 years of failure. Give it up.
Things are bad when you are no longer physically able to picture yourself being in a relationship or being in love at some point in the future. I remember I used to get so giddy and excited every single time I thought about my future and what that would look like with a partner. Like, I would always conjure up these made up scenarios of myself and some mystery man of how we met or conversations we'd have or what our life would look like together. And I realized recently that I'm no longer able to do that. Like, when I think about my future, I no longer see a man in it. And it makes me sad because, again, like I mentioned, it used to make me really excited about the possibility of like, ooh, who is this person going to be? But now I'm in this place of like, I just don't think it's going to happen. I would love for it to happen, and I'm very open to it happening. But in this current phase of my life, at least where I'm currently at right now, it just does not seem like that's a possibility. It doesn't seem real. Like, even going further, I typically have a very specific type of man that I'm attracted to, and I could always picture myself with that kind of person. But even now, I'm just like, I don't even know what kind of person I see myself with. And I don't even want to put in the energy of like trying to hype myself up about something that I really want, because historically speaking, nothing in my life ever goes the way that I want it to, or nothing ever happens when I want it to. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not even going to try to imagine myself with this type of man, because I can't guarantee that's going to happen. It's probably not even going to happen that way. But I guess I'm just really grieving that once very hopeful version of myself. I'm grieving the version of myself that was much younger, maybe like mid-20s, that was like, oh my God, I can't wait to meet someone. And now I'm 30 and a half years old and I'm feeling the complete opposite way. When I think about my life 10 years in the future, I don't know what I see. I see nothing, because I feel like my life trajectory just continues to change. And like I said, I can't see myself with a partner anymore. This could be a mixture of...
Okay, enough. I done heard enough. All right, I done heard enough. Again, this follows my theory. She's too old. She been ranting. Look, let me just say this, and I'm not trying to say this to criticize the women, because you know they're not gonna listen anyway, and it's just a red pill talking point. But let's think about this. Most of your experiences when it comes to dating and meeting a person normally does not come from dating. Okay, so when you have sex, casual sex, sex for money, sex for with the guy because he checks all the boxes, it's not normally going to come from we scheduled a date, we met, and then we connected together. It's normally not going to come from that. Historically, it doesn't come from that at all. It normally comes from social circle, met at church, met at school, got to know each other, vetted each other out, met at a bar, nightclub, fucked. It normally comes from that. So that when you go through the steps of meeting people, because now you have a limited time, you got a job and career. Women got their job and career in school and no future planned out. They looking for a retirement plan. They quite confused, so they don't know what happens. Then you try to do it in a controlled environment, which is dating, and then you get upset because somebody fucks and ghosts. Somebody thought that there was more into the relationship than there was. They read it wrong, or there was no connection, or you were disappointed. The date was lame. And because of this, people are trying to control environment dating when mating has never been really controlled. I say the same thing about cold approach. You're trying to do it in a controlled environment. And then you're going to hit me with 97% of the time, you're going to get rejected. Deal with it. You're trying to control too much. Okay. Most of your best interactions are going to be with, unless you get very good and in tune in dating like I am, it's a slam dunk. Most of your interactions and successful dates are going to come from people you know and are comfortable with you. So let's say it's a girl at the gym. She's seen you multiple times, not just the first time, multiple times. She asked you for a spot and you was able to put your package and junk right over her forehead, and now you're gym buddies, but you've been in class, you interacted, you were punch buggy people. These are normal social interactions. You got to know each other, you're comfortable, and then you're comfortable hooking up. Those end up being the better relationships. When you try to control it through cold approach and games and strategies and mouthpiece, you're basically using spray and pray. Dating, spray and pray. You're going to end up disappointed more than you're going to end up satisfied. Not only that, you're going to have higher expectations in a controlled environment. Well, let me tell you something. This is how crazy it gets. Depending on how a woman meets you, is how she treats you. If I meet her and it's 2:00, the nightclub empties out, she's horny and tipsy, her inhibitions have been lowered, I'm horny. If we happen to glance at each other, we could basically hop in a taxi or an Uber and go home and fuck. You could get a relationship out of that. But because that was the environment, that was fair. Now, if she meets you on a dating app, she's going to come in this box. Well, this is what happens on a date, and this is what you're supposed to do, and he's supposed to do this, and she's supposed to do this. And then if anybody doesn't do one of these things you made up, then it was a party foul. It was a bad date. How dare he come across and cross that line? Why? There's no inhibitions. You're in a controlled environment as opposed to random and horny and drunk and lower inhibitions. Now your inhibitions aren't lowered. You're too boxy by the book. Now you're out here checking boxes. Somebody does one thing weird and now it's like, oh, everything was good except this one thing. And so now disappointment. Or she showed up 30 pounds heavier. He showed up 10 years older. These things happen because people are manipulating the marketplace. They're manipulating the environment and they're trying to control way too much, and then disappointment. Now, that same woman can go up on the Sugar Daddy app and I can walk in and say, let's hook up. I'll give you $500 so I can fuck you and leave. And she'll literally do it. But she'll go on a date and have all these fucking boxes over here and then go on a goddamn nightclub in Miami and fuck a guy over here. But come on over on the dating marketplace and have all these goddamn. But it's the same woman. How she meets you is how she treats you. Now, you can't take that woman and move her into the dating category because she a sugar baby over here. Neither could I take this woman who's a fucking freak at the nightclub and then move her over from Tinder or Bumble over to the nightclub, bitch, because where she met you is how she's going to treat you. So now, because she met you on a dating app, she's going to treat you like a dating app, Normie. She met you on the Sugar Daddy app. You can't have a regular dating relationship with her ever. Because now it's been put there. But she can hop from 1, 2, 3 different motherfucking boxes and treat them niggas completely different. 3 different expectations. Same goddamn woman. Different nigga. How she meets you is how she treats you. So that's the manipulation that I'm talking about. And what people are doing is trying to manipulate it and make it work. And then they end up like this, dead on the inside, disappointment. Can I ask you, ma'am, how many times you fucked today? How many times you fucked this week? How many times you fucked just regular niggas, random? How many times you got paid for sex? How many times you dated a nigga and he was a pro athlete, a musician? How many times? How many times? Don't come out here and say, I don't feel nothing and I don't feel like I know where things are going and why is this and I'm growing in my 20s this and my 30s that. What you guys are is setting yourself up for disappointment. But y'all can continue to do this shit and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. It's weird. Y'all the weirdos, bro. It ain't me. Let me do this goddamn main event here, but let's do some super chats. Right? And men, you guys are doing the same thing the women do. Y'all date for sex and then judge the women for having sex that on dates. And then when they don't have sex with you, you mad. Like, oh, come on, man. Shout out to brother JC says, Coach, it's not cheating if she lets me stick it in soon as she's about to bust. All right. Shout out to you, Sparkwater. Shout out to you in the land of the Lings. A little cha-ching for the Lings. Boss up and stay up, gentlemen, at all times. Okay, boss up season is here, and boss up season about to pass y'all by. She keeps on passing me by. You notice that a lot of people are more comfortable with my streams in the studio. People don't like these streams too much when I'm on the road, but I don't give a fuck. A lot of people like the controlled environment, the studio, the lights. They like that a little bit better. All right, shout out to the Resurrected Simp Enforcer. Says, Coach, talk about the viral divorce. Women that gave up custody and smiled because she's leaving for the streets. All right, I saw that one. It hit the cutting room floor. It didn't make the cut because I couldn't tell much about the story. All right, much of it was not a very long story to tell. It was a photo, then there was a tweet. So it's hard for me to make up the story from there. So I left that one alone. There's a lot of things that I don't talk about on this show. All right. There's about I get a lot of suggested videos and articles, and most of it, I can't talk about it. I'm like, what am I supposed to say? If it fits into a segment, I might be able to throw it in, but not much I can really make from a picture in a tweet. Right. So that was all I had. And then I would have to make up a whole bunch to be like, oh, this is what he meant and that's what she meant. All right. Somebody said, I just found out my ex just got married for the third time. 3-time loser. Don says, bringing a 370-pound friend to the DR. He's needy, delusional about women, doesn't speak Espanol, and ruins my vibe. I'm high value fit. He makes me look bad in elite spots. How do I cut the dead weight and set hard boundaries to enjoy my trip? First of all, I don't know how you brought him. So you said you're bringing him. How did the bringing him start? Did you invite him? Did he plan it and invite you? You do have to watch out for certain type of guys that don't fit your type and your vibe. So if he's out of shape and needy and thirsty and clamoring for women and cold approaching them the whole time, but you're a little bit more laid back, you enjoy lounges, he enjoys nightclubs, he tends to cock block you or dirty mac you, or say, for instance, when you're younger, who remembers when you were young and you were spitting game at a girl and a nigga just standing right next to you and he don't know that's your cue to walk away? I got this. All right. The woman's talking to me. I'm engaging with her. She's obviously not interested in you anymore. I got her one-on-one, and the nigga just standing there, interjecting, interrupting, dirty macking. You at some particular point, you got to literally cut these people out of your opportunities to be around you, because they're no good to you. They're no good for you. So if that's the case, and he's going to ruin your vibe and sometimes take you to places that, when people try to take me to places that I'm uncomfortable with, hey man, let's go to this place on the other side of Detroit, this hole in the wall nightclub. Nah. No. All right. That happens to me all the time. I'll be in a city and niggas will be like, hey man, you would enjoy this spot. Let's go over here. And then they take me to it. I'm like, I'm not going in there. What, you scared? What you what? Not, bro. That's not my vibe. That's not the type of place that I'm going to go to and feel comfortable. Number one, that's not my vibe. These are not my people. I know they look like me, all black, burnt, and crispy and shit, but no, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. I had to do that to my cousins in Milwaukee and shit. All right, them niggas was like, hey, let's go to this spot. And I know the type of niggas my cousins are. I was like, nope, I'm not going with you. I'm not going to y'all goofy ass motherfucking tavern to go hang out with these niggas. I know who y'all hang out with. So that's my point. You got to do a whole bunch of no's. Nope. I'm not on that vibe. I know, well, man, you just got to, what you scared, or you just got to, nah, I don't just got to nothing. That ain't my spot. Right? That's not my energy. That's not my vibe. That's not my people. That's not how I get down. No. And you have to, you have to All right. You have to tell a lot of no's to a lot of people. So these people that are around you as you are evolving as a person and maturing and growing, you have to have a whole bunch of no's. No. And stand on it and realize you're not missing anything. The number one thing to get over that is to realize you're not missing anything. You're not going to miss this nigga in your life. All right. He's not your vibe. He's not your energy. No. Bye. Go kick rocks. Bye. No. Okay. And that's going to suit you well. But the next thing is, no, you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to have that FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay. And when you realize you're not missing out on anything, you really can get through life just being in your own vibe and your own energy. Okay. I live near the Las Vegas Strip, and I just lived there. I started living there in 2022. I go out sometimes, and when I go out, it's in controlled environment. It's where I want to go, or it's who I want to go with. And there was one time I met this one brother, and there's no disrespect to him. And I also meet some women sometimes, and they want to go to certain places in Las Vegas. And I'd be like, hell no. All right. I'm not going to that shit. But this one dude hit me up. He followed me and he recognized me. He was a boss up guy. He said he had a lot of business and whatnot. So we exchanged numbers. He followed me for a long time. And I was like, if you're ever in town, I met him in Vegas, let me know. He was in town, and he was like, last minute. Okay. He hit me with the last minute. Hey, we having a such and such here. Come through. So I Google where it is. It's off the strip. Now, you have to realize when shit is off the strip, anything can go down. So you got to really know where shit is. All right. So it was not on the strip. The strip is pretty much secure and protected. And you got surrounded by parking lots of casinos. And you can't really bring firearms in there technically. So you kind of safe and secure. But it's the strip, so you don't want to be around there. Okay. Okay. So when you are going to something off the strip, you're either going to be downtown, you're going to be somewhere off Sahara or Tropicana, you're going to be over in the cut. Another place you don't want to be late at night with the wrong people. Okay. Because if shit goes left, there's nobody to identify you. You don't know where you are. Niggas can come from everywhere, here and there. All right. So you got to know. Well, he hit me up and was like, come to this spot. So I looked up the spot and I said, well, I'm not completely familiar with it. Sometimes I don't know what car to take. What car do I take? Do I take the Porsche? Do I take the G-Wagon? Do I take the BMW? Do I take the truck? But he also calling me last minute. Hey, it's going down. Come through now. I hit his ass with the no. Number one, it doesn't give me time to prep. Number two, okay. Number two, I don't know who the fuck you're with. Number three, don't just invite me somewhere I'm going to just rush out and then come ill prepared with no motherfucking posse, security, firearm. I don't know if I can check my shit. No, for what? He's like, come through, man. Yeah, we having a good time. Dude, come through now. Yeah, it's the time. Nigga, are you setting me up? No, absolutely not. So I literally was like, fuck no. Hell no. Who's there? Who's there? What are you doing? Who you with, nigga? No. That's how I operate. I don't have a fear of missing out. Oh man, what if it could be this? And what if there's badass women there and hoes in there? No, nigga, I was like, hell no. I got way too less motherfucking information. And when I don't go for info, if I don't got info, I do not fucking go. I don't have a motherfucking protection plan. I don't have a backup plan, a plan A, a plan B. I don't know who's there, what type of people there. Because, you know, in my past, I've shown up to shit like that and been greatly disappointed. It has never been like, wow, I'm glad I came out tonight. It has almost never been that. It has always been like, damn, what the fuck am I doing here? So at that point, I was like, nah. Okay, you have to do that with people. Don't let people tell you, right, that, oh man, you missing it. You got to come here and I got to go with you and you got to go with me. Just tell motherfuckers no. No. And especially when it comes to black people, no. I remember I went to this place, and here's another story. I went to this place of a guy who he was some sort of entrepreneur. All right. He was like an entrepreneur. And I had a person introduce me to him, or he introduced him to me. And he was like, oh, social media, he's a social media person. And the guy was like, oh, I need help with social media. So since I knew the person, I did that person a favor. I was like, all right, I'll meet with him and give him some advice on social media, whatever. He gave me his motherfucking address, bro. And I don't know what it is about black people. I don't know what it is about y'all niggas that have a pipe dream of only doing business with black people, especially on the West Coast. I don't know why y'all have this. You just want to do business with black people and keep it in brother this and brother that and this and that. When I see people do that, inevitably the shit is ghetto. The shit is second-rate ghetto. And I hope he ain't watching me. So he tells me to meet him. I'm thinking I'm meeting him at some office. He's an entrepreneur, a business guy, right? He gives me his address. I Google the shit, right? And it looks like it's a commercial place. But I show up and the shit is like a house. The shit is a house. So I pull up. I bring the 911. So I'm bringing the 911 and I'm like, oh, nigga, I showed up at this place. And I'm like, shit, it's a house. And it's not in the best income area. So the 911 sticking out like a sore thumb. I'm like, oh, Lord. I go to his house. In his house, it was a large ranch house, one-story house. I walk in and it smelled like 8-year-old chicken grease in that house. You guys know the smell. It smelled like 8-year-old chicken grease in the house. So I goes in this house and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, fuck. And he was like, oh. He was like, oh, this place is a multi-purpose place. He said, we have parties in this house. So he's taking me to this old fucking house and they got a bar, an old fucked up bar. He probably watching me listening to this shit, talk shit about him. All right. And they got like a kitchen that they make shit in with an air fryer and a motherfucking grease. What do you call it when you drop the fries in it and they got the grease in it? I'm looking at this shit and there was like an office, a DJ booth over here. And it was like a outside area where they could set up chairs. It was an old Sanford and Son couch and shit. I was like, bruh. And he was talking about how they throw parties at this crib. I was like, nigga. And y'all serve food. Yeah, deep fryer. Y'all serve people food in this shit. And then this black woman. I was about to say something else. This guys, this had to be like 2 in the afternoon. This had to be 2 in the afternoon. And this woman comes from out the fucking bedroom, bruh, with, I'm talking about an oversized shirt, titty sagging, pajama pants, bonnet on her head. And he was like, oh, this is the because we going through the social media protocol shit. And he was like, oh, this is the person that's going to do much of the work. This is my assistant type shit. But it really was his daughter. And she was like 25, 26. She definitely looked like she didn't had a baby back there somewhere. In the middle of the afternoon, dressed like it. I was like, oh my Lord. And I told the person that connected us, I was like, man, I'm never doing you a favor ever again. Don't introduce me to these motherfucking nigga entrepreneurs. No. And he showing me flyers and shit that he made. He probably watching me, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, man, I don't mean no disrespect. You know, they be doing events. Oh, we do events. Oh, these event niggas. All right, we got an event over here, an event over here. Ain't got no office space, nothing. Just events in the middle of the fucking park somewhere. showing up doing the goddamn electric slide and the goddamn stepping convention in the middle of the park. Nigga, I'm like, no. I want nothing to do with people like this, bro. I just can't. And yeah, you know it's gonna be some Democratic fish fry shit going on here and anti-Trump. I don't want nothing to do with people like this. I can't. And these people always we do black people and black people this and step in line this and Democratic fish fry that, and we doing it for the community, and we got community intervention programs where we do this. We got a community program for that. Oh my Lord. Hey man, please. Please leave me out of all of that shit. That ain't nothing but a waste of my fucking time. I have no interest in none of that shit. Zero. None of that shit. I don't want to be there. I don't want to promote it. I don't want to have it on my social media. I don't want to go to the motherfucker. Y'all gonna be like, we're gonna try to get next year. We're gonna try to get Mr. Tenderism to show up. Oh man, nigga, you gonna get, do you know Mr. Tenderism? Or you don't know Mr. Tender? My homeboy know Mr. Tenderism, and they say we could get him. We just gonna have to raise $2,000 and maybe he'll do it for free. Oh nigga, I just can't even, nigga. Now, here's what happened. I tried to charge him, and I told him, this is what I charge people for social media advice on my platform. And he was like, well, maybe we could do a trade or a deal. Bruh. Bruh, I'm not in the barter stage of my life, nigga. I'm in the stage where you drop deposits and you pay for PayPals. I'm not in that stage no more, nigga. You're in that stage. I'm not in this stage, nigga. Candlelight visual type shit. I'm not in this stage no more, nigga. I'm not here. You see that I got a motherfucking Porsche 911 sitting out there, nigga. I got card notes. I'm not in the trade stage. I'm not in the build stage anymore, nigga. I'm confirmed. I'm a real nigga here. So what I find is that these nigga community activities always centered around barting some socialism. And then when you don't want to pony up, you ain't helping the communitize shit like this. Like, oh my Lord. Shout out to Dom, man. Get rid of that nigga. That's the answer. Get rid of this nigga in your life. Man, cut these niggas to smooth the fuck off. All right. Anyway. We got Miles C says, Coach, you've been on fire while on the road. If you don't understand what Coach is saying or you think Coach is lying, you are completely lost. But more importantly, fuck you bitch ass niggas. Goofies are meant to be played. Keep playing them ladies. Keep playing these goofy ass niggas, these hopeless men, these men out here thinking that they're going to beat the game, trying to run game. It ain't going to happen for you, man. It's a low return of investment strategy that you're using. It's called spray and pray. Hope, nigga, is not a strategy. Also amazing. Salute to you, Coach. Do you have any go-to supplements or health drinks that supercharge you for smash sessions? I'm trying to stay away from pharmaceuticals bossing up. Well, I don't promote anything on my show specifically, but I don't use anything for my performance in the bedroom. I'm pretty much a natural guy. All right. And I can't imagine, you know, me doing more than what I'm doing. Right. Because, yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I don't use anything for that. All right. Anyway, but that's an interesting question. Plus, I don't promote anybody, other people's supplements unless they're paying me or I get a cut. So I don't just mention shit like that, because what I'll do is I'll mention some shit and y'all be like, Coach, man, I bought them sunglasses you said you wear and I ain't got nan cut. I ain't got nan affiliate market, nothing. Okay. Kevin Sullivan, Coach, I got a woman that keeps telling me I don't know when the last time I had sex before you and she isn't fucking any others. He says, I laugh because she always online on SA hunting. They think men are dumb. Shout out to you in the train gang. Yeah, man. I don't never believe a woman that says she hasn't fucked anybody before me. I cannot believe a woman. I don't care what, ladies, I don't care if you telling the truth. I'm never going to believe that. Never. Especially then if you have sex with me in relatively short order. Like, I hook up with you same day, or I give you fix your mind and you open your legs. There's no way you ain't fucking nobody else. So I don't know, man. That particular thing that they use as a way to make you feel special, to love bomb you, or making that you getting something you ain't got. Bro, she fucked somebody that day. I never believe that. I never believe that. I'm and by the way, I'm never going to believe it. So just, you might as well just don't say it. All right. And by the way, when you say it, I lose a lot of respect for you. I'm still gonna fuck you though. I'm gonna still have sex with you, but I've lost significant respect from you as a person. There's no way, bro. I had a woman tell me I haven't been intimate in 6 months, but she was trying to get me over there to have sex with her. Like, ain't nothing that special about me that you need to just be like, but you, on the other hand, I'll break my 10 months of celibacy for you. All right. Anyway, I'll just assume, in my opinion, ladies, I assume you was with somebody last night. Anytime I'm with a woman, I just assume you was with somebody last night. All right. I mean, that's just, I'm going to always think that. Last night. And you probably fucked somebody that day before you came here. So I'm never going to believe. That's just me. I don't know if it's true, but I also know that I'm not that special as a nigga, right? I don't got the special dick and the special look. I ain't the 6 foot tall nigga. I'm the total package nigga, but I ain't that goddamn special that you just going to quit your celibacy journey all overnight and fuck me. Nah. Then when I start fucking her, I know for sure somebody just really fucked her. Like, I'm like, this bitch look like she enjoying the shit. It ain't like she's like, take it easy, that you got some heavy equipment. It's been a while. She ain't sensitive to the touch. Nothing. All right. She just going along with the flow. Anyway, I'm not the type of nigga to believe some shit like that. So if you say it to me, I'm gonna, as a lady, if you saying it to me, I automatically think you're lying. So I don't even, just don't waste your fucking breath. Oh, by the way, if you're on a dating app, I know you're fucking somebody else. All right. So anyway, shout out to our bro. And if you show up late, I'm assuming that you just came back from fucking somebody. Like, say for instance, you're like, okay, you like, say for instance, we're supposed to meet at 7 and you push it back. Oh, I'm running late. Can you make it 8:30? I automatically think you're coming from fucking somebody else. Like, and it's just ran over and now you got to get home and wash out your pussy in the shower and then come back to my house. All right. That's just me. And that helps me, ladies. That just helps me with who I am. I know this kind of fucked up and you're like, but it's not the case. It's just how I look at life. Just go with the flow, bitch. I ain't trying to, don't impress me. All right. I had a chick do that recently. She was like, yeah, boy, I went to the movies and I was with my friends. I'm like, oh, okay, bitch, whatever. You just was fucking somebody else before and had to wash your pussy out. Barely probably washed it out in the shower. All right. And now you coming over here rushing. All right. Anyway, shout out to the ladies. Fred Jones says, I took this 27-year-old out on a date and she was so quiet and shy. I felt awkward and bored with her. That does happen. I date some shy women a lot. There's certain things going on with shy women. Do you have time? It's 2:30 in the morning, but the neighbors on both sides are pissed off already. Might as well make it 3:30. They're waiting for me to end the stream. But let me tell you how to date bored women. Shy women. Okay, so if a woman shows up, and a lot of women are going to show up shy, their initial personality isn't to just jump out at you, but there are some women that are going to show up extremely shy. If she does, you need to progress fast with her. because what you're going to find out is she either is a submissive, or she wants to be led, or she can't really say what she wants, but she wants something. Most of the time, she's going to do whatever you tell her to do. All right. Most women that are not going to do what you like, say, for instance, if you progress with her fast, a mouthy woman, a sarcastic, snarky, sassy bitch is going to try to blue ball you. She going to tell you, and she going to want to talk to you and string the shit along and get something out of it and feel all great. A sassy, talkative, snarky woman is going to want the social part. A shy woman wants something and she probably can't say it. So kind of she going to do with whatever you do. She going to let you lead. So you could be like, hey, you know what I mean? You see you nursing that drink. You want another drink? It's, no, I don't think so. All right, why don't we just go to the house and this and that? She going to go. There's a 9 out of 10 chance she going. And she plan on going. She plan on going. She don't even want to be there. She just want to get right to the fucking action and the activities and shit. She just ain't gonna verbalize it. This is typically gonna be with younger women or younger Asian women, sometimes younger Latino women. These bitches are now, when you go out with a fat bitch, a boss babe, a motherfucking strong and independent woman, an Eastern European woman, these bitches gonna want to talk and string the shit along and get a date out of the shit. Most of the time with these women, when I've met with shy women and shy younger women, I basically be like, all right, let's just get to the crib. All right. And most of the time you get up there and you be like, take this off. All right. And you getting right to it. She just like, thank God. All right. Because she used to dealing with people trying to figure her out. And she used to dealing with young dudes her age that don't know what to do and lead them and shit like that. And she just like, so most of the time you could just be like, all right, good. This is good. Let me wrap this up. Receipt. All right. Check, please. All right. Here we go right here. Follow me to my house. She's going to do everything. She's going to just take her marching orders. Left, right, left. She's going to do everything you say because that's why she's quiet. She's shy. She wants to be led. She's a submissive. And she a freak. But if, let's say she's quiet and shy and she not talkative and shit like that, and you say, hey, let's just go to the house and whatever. And she says, what are we going to do there? Just tell her, we're going to go ahead and feed my dog and I'm going to send you the fuck home. All right. And then just to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Just go home. I'm going to feed my dog. But if she doesn't ask, what are we going to do when we get there? Are you sure? Are you going to sleep with me? Are you going to pump and dump me? She going to want it. She going to just go. She going to go and you're going to do. That's exactly what she wants. So never try to extend a long date out with a shy woman. Trying to give her conversation and see what she wants. She's a submissive. She's shy. She wants to fucking be led. That's what she wants. And she waiting for, she out there with you, hoping that that's what you do. All right. Anyway, that's my advice on that. That's my advice with shy women. All right. Anyway, what do we got here? I think I got some more people ecclesiastically here. Preston says the married ones will talk your head off. He says her not remembering proves she's out there, but the married ones will talk your head off. That was earlier with the women in the gym. Shout out to Clifford Small, says tips for the room service staff on your trip, coach. Shout out to you. Shout out to the people in room service. I didn't order room service on this trip. I don't think I have. Oh, I did. I did once in the Philippines. And Glocktavius, last one, and then the main event. Glocktavius with the support, he says nothing, but I appreciate the support. I do have to check PayPal. I was wrong. But I have to check it on my phone. All right, let me see here. Okay, shout out to Pug Dad. I will be in town, I think. So let's connect on that. Okay. Shout out to KP. He says, Coach, you're right. He says, non-bossing up Gen Z men have to accept whores are as wives. He says, men who got their shit together won't like me. And you have a longer tweet. Let me see if I can see it. You have a longer message, but I can't see it. Damn. But he says, men who got their shit together, blah, blah, blah. Sorry for that, man. I can't see the entire message and I can't sign in on my computer right now. But there's a woman that has a video out talking about I was a whore and my husband had turned me into a housewife. She said she was a 304. So you're gonna have to accept that in today's world, unless you're like 17 or 16 or 18. Once you get past 20 and 25, you can forget it, guys. Anyway, we got the main event coming up. I'll find that video another time. We don't want to keep you guys waiting. Let's do the main event. We're going to get it lined up. All right. Thank you for being patient. Okay. We got Ari Lennox on the main event. Who is Ari Lennox? Now, you see her on there, and we don't have white people. That's why there's a black woman on the thumbnail. So half my white audience is not here. And plus, this is a dark-skinned black woman wearing a wig. She's not attractive. Well, not really. So that's why. But this is Ari Lennox. She actually has been going viral here in the nigger community. All right. Because, well, she said this recently. She admits that she chose the toxic man and she regrets it over the good men. And it has the internet in shambles, as you can see right there. All right. The ecclesiastical breast lift. Right there. That's very nice. Nice rack. All right. She got a little abdominals in there. It says Ari Lennox, and I know nothing about this woman. I believe she's a singer, but I really don't know. I can't name anything she's ever sung off the top of my head. All right. I don't follow this artist, but it says she's been known to give a controversial take or two, but her latest one, centered around love and relationships, just might be the thing that has social media arguing for the next 40 days and 40 nights. Let's get into it. Well, let's go for the video first. We do have a video of this particular confession, but this has been reported across Al Gore's internet over the last few days. So she's gone viral with this particular thing right here. Okay, there it is right there. And there she is. All right. She looks pretty good right there. She definitely looks pretty good, but she looked like she can run track right there. All right. Shout out to her. That's a very good looking picture of her. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, we're going to refresh the screen, and see if we can get the actual full statement from her without the article reading it. I think I'm going to have to read a portion of the article, though, so bear with me. Here we go right here.
I think I have a thing for toxic energy. So I think there's still some more healing that I need to do, because when I look back on all of these energies, it's a shame I gave them so much time and there were sweet energies that I didn't. Yeah. And so now I see those sweet energies getting married and starting families. I'm just like, dang, that probably could have been me if I recognized the security in those individuals at the time. And like now I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that now. I'm aware that there's something going on. There's something wrong.
What do you think it is that attracts you to like toxic energy?
I think they just seem really exciting at first. The chemistry is incredible. And they don't even always be fine. It's not even that like they're sexy or something. I mean, well, they're sexy, but they don't be the finest things I've ever seen. Yeah. It's just an energy. Sometimes it's convenience, what we talk about. A lot of the sweeter energies that I felt like weren't for me. I felt I could see myself falling asleep a little bit on the phone. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's like, if boring is good or not. Like, I'm trying to figure out what that means. Like,
it's the thrill.
Yeah.
It's the thrill of it.
Yeah.
What's your
sign? I think I have a thing for.
Okay, that's the full video right there. You guys can see the video right there and hear that. That's a very common dating strategy by women. And we kind of just talked about it. She likes the men that are exciting. She likes the men that are edgy, somewhat toxic. And she doesn't like the good guys. They're boring. They fall asleep. I mean, we know this as a red pill talking point. This just kind of confirms her going through the process because she hasn't completed the process yet. I looked her age up. She's 34. All right. And now at 34, she's looking at the men that were boring, the nerdy, the lame guys, the men. Now she's looking at them as considerable options. We call that the That's You package. All right. So she's at the That's You stage. or she's considering the that shoot stage. Okay.
And that's you.
But she's also knows that she has a problem because she's still attracted to these type of guys. Now, when guys are like this, I said this earlier, when guys are like this in the dating world, these men are so good at dating or so in tune at knowing what women like, meaning edgier, bad guy, rough around the edges, somewhat comfortable saying certain things, not really nervous about dating. These men are not good dates, but they do make good opportunities for good, exciting sessions, right? And so she breaks the rules for these guys. Whereas then when she shows up on Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, she's got to play this. All right, check the boxes, check this. It's a little boring. I'm falling asleep. I know this guy's the right guy because he's eventually getting married, and I'm wondering what's wrong with me. But she's too busy trying to check the boxes with those guys. In slot A, the toxic guys over here. Slot C, the guys that pay for play or trick on her or take her out on dates and pay for shit and go on vacation, but she's not attracted. Or she's not attracted in that way. She'll do that as well. But when she's going into slot B, or you're trying to go into her slot C, shout out to Redonkulous, she can't find the connection. She can't find it. She thinks something's wrong, either with herself or something else. A previous woman just said this. I set that up. She was like, something's wrong with me. I'm the problem. What's the problem with me? Well, by the time she figures out the problem, it's going to be way too late because she has some things that are working against her to be able to find the guy that she should be with, the good guy, the sweet ones. She hasn't enough money or status or recognition. That's going to put her in a situation where she thinks a guy that doesn't have that is not going to be for her. She's also going to be probably put herself in danger dating the wrong guys. Could have a pregnancy, could have domestic abuse, assault, toxic relationships, could also have a STI, any of these things. And then it makes it harder for her to get a good guy, or that good guy has to accept her really damaged. Then you consider things like microchimerism, microchimerism. She even admits that. There's something happening, the microchimerism. Right? You're taking on the DNA of all these previous men, and it's affecting the way you handle it mentally. Not only that, it's creating trauma, scars you need to heal from. And then the healing journey is going to be for the good guy. The good guy's got to go through the healing journey. When these women talk about you got to do the work and go to therapy, one of the things I've been saying is the reason why, and there's some men that need some help out here, but the reason why more women associate with therapy is because they're traumatized sexually way earlier, either through sexual abuse, sexual assault, sexuality in their family abusing them, or them dating toxic men. Right, them dating toxic men. So they always are going to feel like they've been traumatized, as opposed to men. They may have been traumatized, but the traumatization comes from either the woman who have been traumatized, or it comes through their own issues related to sexuality, unhealthy sex, and that type of thing. So she's now trying to figure out, how does she jump off that highway 304? And she can't do it. So now that she's with the next toxic guy, and you see her with the next toxic guy, guess what? She's going to have a built-in excuse. Well, I just don't understand. I just have a problem here. So maybe, I once had a woman explain as to why she slept around in her between 19 and 20. So, because she was like 25 or 26, her telling me this. And she was talking about, well, listen, all of the athletes and all of these people that I slept around with, she was like, how could I not? They were tall, they were athletic, they had abs, their bodies were great. It was like gladiators. Now, she was a good-looking woman, but she probably was way better looking in that time, right? But of course, people try to make us feel guilty for thinking women look better when they're younger. All right. But she said, how could I not? I had to. She was like, I had to sample the best of the best. Now, most men will never experience that. You can never be like, you know what? I had to bang the hourglass, big titty, Jessica Rabbit shaped, big booty bitch. I had to sample all of them when I was 19 to 24. All the sorority girls and the AKAs. I had to fuck them. I mean, you understand, right? I had to take a fucking sample. I had to just be like, let me run through these fucking women, you know what I mean? And just be like, and now I got it. Now I'm good. Now I figured out where my place is. I know my worth. I had to take on the football team and let her run a train on me because what she was complaining about, remember, they complained about it in front of you and still fuck them niggas. That's what this woman's saying. She was complaining that they were idiots. She was like, yeah, their bodies were great, but they were kind of dumb. I'm a sapiosexual, and these men, I'm not really attracted to them. No, that's because them niggas nutted in your teeth and dipped, and then just want to give you the hookup. Hey, come through, slide through. All right, pull up. So that you don't find that arousing. You don't find that. But when they start coming out there with the 6-pack abs and the 6'4" bodies and shit and the 6'8", you gotta fuck them. And they still gonna fuck them because, well, shit, if some fine big booty bitches want to throw pussy at me, I'm gonna fuck them too. So I get it. But again, men don't live that reality where they can just be like, well, you know, I'm gonna sample these toxic ass niggas and these dumb ass jocks and these fucking entertainers and rappers and celebrities and actors. You know, how can I not turn it down? I get it. All right. So this is what they deal with. They deal with this ability to go out there and learn the hard way, the wrong way, and then come back out here and reframe it by then chasing the right guys.
And that's
Maybe I should go for the right guys. They're the ones ending up married. I would have been married by now, or I would have had a relationship. My point is, typically we know it's too late for them. They're already damaged psychologically. Let me read an article because they go a little bit deeper into the conversation. Okay, then we can close up the show. It says right here, Ari Lennox says she overlooked sweet romantic partners. In my opinion, let's just say this is just opinion. Women don't like romantic partners at all. They never like them. When I say they, we're talking about the majority. There's going to be some onesie twosies, here's and there's these exceptions to the rule. Women do not like romantic partners. And I use the phrase partner loosely. They do not like romantic men. Let me qualify the statement. They like bum niggas or athletes or niggas that are high status or high looks that are romantic. That's number one. So if you're just a romantic nigga, that's not enough. If you a goofy nigga and you're romantic, that is not enough. That's enough to marry, but that's way down the line. They like criminal niggas that are romantic. They like rough around the edge niggas, toxic men that are display romantic things. So let's say he's toxic 90% of the time. If he's romantic 10% of the time, that's going to be enough. And then the next 90%, he choking, whooping, and spanking her, nutting in her teeth, and then jumping on the Xbox or the PlayStation. She gonna have to deal with that 90% of the time. Never planning a date, but every now and then the nigga come and give her some flowers, or he has a thoughtful thing, or remembers her anniversary. Then she gonna be pussy purring. So that's number one. They do not like romantic men. They like toxic men that have displays of romanticism. Then let's just say you're on category 3, slot C, sugar daddy romantic nigga. She likes the romantic gestures. She doesn't like him being romantic. She might even be squeamish about the nigga, but she's going to take the romantic gestures and show it all off on social media. He bought me this and 12 bouquets of flowers, and he took me here and took me there and gave me this and bought me that. Those are romantic gestures that she will accept. She's not going to like him because he's romantic. So the only person really she wants romance from is typically toxic man. That will make her connect to that guy. And that romance will be literally minimal. Or let's say it's a romantic nigga, tattoo all on his hands, tattoos on his face, but he's a gentleman. He was a bum nigga or a toxic man, and he matured into a gentleman. He wears a suit, but he got tattoo sleeve all on his knuckles, and he got a tattoos all on his fucking head and face. But he wears a nice suit. He can clean up, and he matured 5-10 years down the road, and he starts opening up the doors and pulling out chairs and shit. And he got grills all in his teeth, and he got hair braid, cornrows. She gonna love that shit. Love that shit to death. Playing Donnell Jones, and he started thinking about having a baby and baby names and shit. Oh my Lord, her pussy gonna be purring. She likes romance from those guys. She loves romance from them niggas. From men like me, who's a gentleman archetype, romance kind of comes with the territory. She expects you to be romantic. Oh, that's so sweet. Her pussy don't purr. She'll open her pussy, but the pussy ain't purring. All right, the pussy might pulse every now and then, but it don't. Romance for me don't make her pussy fucking wet. She still got to do like this, look, and rub her pussy like this to get it going. Even after pulling out chairs and paying for bills and shit, even after tricking on her and shopping, she still got to do like this. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, go ahead and put it in. But from a toxic nigga who matured into a gentleman, pussy literally motherfucking purring and wet and stinking and dripping. Let's read this article, man. You guys are absolutely correct. Now, for me, I don't care. Like, look, I'm trying to drill and get this nut. All right. So anyway, it don't bother me. Spin on it. Let me put. You need some lube here. Hold on. Did that Filipino chick leave some lube? Okay, that Hong Kong bitch didn't leave her lube. Anyway, he said tattoos and glasses. Yep. I mean, the mature thug, suit and cornrows, suit and braids. All right. Black suit, mafia dress, black suit, black tie, black shirt, and braids. All right. A mafia, a thug, reformed thug that can dress well. All right. What's this nigga name? Slim Thug. Not Slim Thug. Young Thug. Young Thug. This is their dream, nigga. This is their dream, nigga. And it don't matter what race the woman is. That's their dream, nigga. Whether she black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, or Asian. That's the dream man. And if it's for white women, it's a Chad that does that. Just ask the actual regular Chad that's thoughtful, that holds her hands and pull over door, but he a Chad ass nigga. That's who they want. And so let's see here in this article. She says right here, she overlooked the sweetest romantic partners. I think I have a thing for toxic energy. That's the woman here who we're talking to for reference material. She made a confession about this. Let's see if we can right here. Okay, we got this video playing. She says, I think there's still some more healing that I need to do because I looked back at all of those energies. That's microchimerism, microchimerism, all of those energies. Okay, all of that seed. She said, it's a shame. And it don't sound like she's ready to change. I gave them so much time, and there were sweet energies that I didn't give any time to. At 34, she's realizing this. Now I see those sweet energies getting married, getting what I want, and starting families. I'm just like, dang, that probably could have been me. Too late. Okay.
And that's you.
If I realize and recognize the security in those individuals at that time. She didn't recognize it. Guys, let me tell you something. For as much as women believe that they know how dating and romance works, how they believe women have intuition and how you can believe all women, the way they date gives you the impression that it's the opposite. Women have intuition. All right. Women know. Women have a sixth sense. This is not true. All right. They don't have any of these things. They don't have any vision or foresight in the future. They're often going to what you believe picked the wrong guys. But let me explain this once again, just so you guys can know this, because the simp red pill always believes that women pick the wrong guy. But it's false. And she just stated it. They pick the guy they want every single time. What they don't like is the outcome. So it has nothing to do with picking the wrong guy. They pick the right guy every single time, whether it worked out or not. Now, that happens to me as well. I picked what I thought was the right motherfucker and it didn't work out. So that's my fault. So they are picking the right guys, trying to control the outcome. Then the outcome is not what they want. And then they try to manufacture the outcome by assuming that if they pick this guy who gave the result to that woman, see, this is outcome based. See the outcome, sweet energies getting married and starting families. That probably could have been me. That's outcome based. That has nothing to do with picking the right guy or the wrong guy. What they wanted was that guy who they were highly attracted to and felt the sparkles for to be that guy that gave her the marriage and relationship and family. Okay, that's what they want. And that's when they don't get it, then they go, oh, damn. Maybe I should have picked the one I didn't get my pussy wet for. She says, I'm feeling that now. I'm aware that there's something going on. There's something wrong. At least this is what women are calling accountability. And they are absolutely pissed that she's getting attacked. So now women are pissed because they're like, hey, at least she was accountable. But now that she's accountable and she's expressing being accountable, you're attacking her for it. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, let me show you this right here. Okay, we got people who've responded for this. We'll look at the responses, and then it says right here. Because dating discourse right here is always a hot topic online. Lennox's admission for choosing the bad boy over the good guys launched thousands of reactions on social media. The vast majority of the comments from women wish she hadn't been so transparent, suggesting even more men would use this as a debate topic. All right, because they knew the men were going to jump all over this. So now the women were like, don't tell the truth. You shouldn't have said this. This says she has no idea what she just did. Now we have to suffer for the next 2 months because of this. Then this one says, I just heard the sound of thousands of Manosphere podcast variants mics being switched on. Okay. All right. So the women are like, oh no. All right, we're cooked. Because literally she verbalized, she said the quiet part out loud. And now they're like, oh, we got to deal with this shit. She set us back. This guy says, don't fall for it, fellas. Throw away your capes and let them live with their consequences of their bad decisions. Definitely a Manospherean. This one says, however, there are others that liked her openness. This says, I hate when men comment negatively to women taking accountability. Like it's always women don't take it. Then when she realizes a pattern, y'all got something to say. That's grown woman energy growth. False. Okay. That's false. What you just read is gaslighting at its best right there. That's called gaslighting. Okay. That's called gaslighting. Because what they're trying to say was she at least admitted it and she said she was wrong and she took accountability. No, she didn't. We literally saw the women saying she shouldn't have even said the truth. Okay. But what it is it's not addressing the issue. It actually is addressing and highlighting that the issue is prevalent and that the women are to blame for this issue. Although they keep blaming the men, saying men need to step up, men need to do this, men need to provide. Well, let me tell you something. I said this in the previous stream on the Coach Greg Adams channel. You can literally show up that way and she's going to run for the hills because it's not who she wants it from. She wants this type of provision from the nigga she likes, just similar to that woman that had the gym video saying that, well, I wish men would approach in the gym. No, she wants the certain type of person to approach in the gym. So that if you take it as an invitation or approach in the gym, you're going to get shot the fuck down, 97% chance. She going to call the police. So now these women are saying she took accountability, she took a step in the right direction, and she's being attacked for it. Therefore, ladies, let's continue to not take accountability. They asked for accountability. We gave it to them. Now we get attacked. So let's stop giving accountability. That's basically what this post say. That's why it's gaslighting. It's growth. It's grown women energy. No, it's not. It's not growth. All right, growth and maturity would be recognizing the pattern, not over again. And look, making the same mistake over and over again is not growth. Now, not even admitting that you're going to correct the mistake is not growth. Making the mistake at 34 multiple times is not growth. Nor is it grown woman energy, because maturity doesn't start at 34. It starts somewhere in your late teens and going forward. But now, since y'all done said the brainstem don't develop until 25, now we got to wait for bitches to be 25 for this to happen. It says, noted another, recognizing patterns and admitting past errors publicly shows real growth and maturity. Oh, that type of accountability that she is displaying is showing that she is in a new place in her life and she's done some real work. All right, again, more gaslighting, more belief that the woman can just wake up after getting dick down and choosing the dick down guy, and then all of a sudden saying she's matured and is in a new place. Here's where the problem lies on this one. She is not going to correct it, even if let's say she meets these good energies. These women have already proved previously that even if they meet the good energy guy, they still going to cheat or fuck it up for the toxic guy. See, a woman never loses her attraction. Okay, you can't, what do they say in the red pill? Or what do they say in the dating courses? You can't negotiate attraction. You can't negotiate attraction. Most women are not with the person they're attracted to. Okay, and some people are fine with that. So if there is an opportunity for her to put herself into a position with someone they're attracted to, they're going to. Today, they use male friends as this, my male friend, my male friend. So she will find you, the good energy guy, and still hold on to male friends in their orbit. The male friend is who they're attracted to. Maybe they had a relationship previous, or they didn't have a relationship, but there could be possibility of one, or she can fall back into his arms as a safety net. They even came up with some data that said 50 to 70% of women have a backup plan already set. Women have been known to date multiple men up into engagement. Women have been known to have been contacted their second choice on the day of the wedding or prior to the engagement. Okay, this guy's going to propose marriage to me. You better jump on this deal. That's who she's attracted to. I've had women do that to me as well. All right, I think this guy's going to propose to me. You better put your bid in, so that if you have a relationship with her and she finally says, well, I'll give the good energy men a chance, the men she's attracted to still has access to her. So you should be worried about it. And anytime she does do something like a girl's trip, and you're just say you're the That's You guy, you're the girl's trip, best friend, male best friend, all of these men are who she's attracted to, and she keeps them around. Okay, so you got to watch out for that. So there's no accountability taken here. There's no growth. There's no maturity. It's just her realizing and verbalizing something that is completely obvious. It's plain as the mole on her fucking nose. All right, anyway, let me do these super chats. Good luck to everybody out here in that one. in that one. It is what it is. I don't know. They're hoping you guys take a bad deal for sure. They're hoping you guys take a bad deal and hope that they jump all over this. Tranisha, how should people let go of the Disney fantasy that's so ingrained in American dating culture? It's a good thing to not feel anything when meeting someone new, so you can make good decisions and let love grow in the long run. Shout out to you on that one, Tranisha. Well, you got to have experience first to let go of the Disney fantasy. When you look at the majority of couples in the world are either dating or married because of proximity, not love, religious, culture, arranged marriages, or poly, or leftovers, cleanup guys. That's most relationships right there, or settled. Ain't no love out here. Most people are together. Language. See, those things, if love existed, I'm not anti-love. I want everybody to feel love. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. I want everybody to feel love. Baby, 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 where did our love go? Ooh. I want everybody to feel love. It's one of the most fantastic feelings in the side. It's the most fantastic feeling you'll ever fucking have. It is a human experience. It is a high that you'll continue to chase. You're going to feel so good and so dumb. You're going to feel crazy. You're going to feel like you don't know what's going on. You're going to be ready to make decisions. You're going to be ready to make babies. It is a trick of nature. But here's the thing. It don't last. It's like a high. You get high. And I've never been on drugs, but what they explain is, especially cheap highs, you get high so fast that's it feels so great that you end up going to get another hit just to feel that high again, but you never feel that high. So what you do is once you come back down, you come down lower than you were before you started the drug. Now you way down here. Now you chasing that high. And then what do you have to do? Get something stronger, get something this. And that's why I call gateway drugs and shit like that. Like then you have to go above and beyond. That's what love is. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I want everybody to experience that shit. But really, it's not a temporary feeling. It's something that happens here and there, ecclesiastically to and fro. It's something that happens for a period of time, and then you get comfortable and know each other. The first time you fall out of love as a man with your woman, the first time you fall out of love with your woman is when the first time you walk into the bathroom after she done dropped the deuce. Now, it's going to be something you're not going to be prepared for because women don't take dookies around men they love. Women save their dookies like dogs save their dookies until they go back home and they in comfort. But at some particular point, y'all going to be around and she ain't going to be able to hold the deuce. And what's going to happen is she going to go in there and drop a deuce when you playing video games, you done passed out post-nut clarity, right? You didn't went to sleep. You don't know what the fuck going on. She don't go to the guest bathroom. When women stay at my house, they go to the guest bathroom. They don't drop a deuce in the bathroom in my master bedroom. All right, they go downstairs and hide and drop a dookie. Now, what happens is you don't know what happened. You wake up from your nap and she didn't dookie, and then you walk up in there. Oh, I gotta go, and she like, oh shit. But she didn't went there and dropped the deuce in the toilet and didn't flush the motherfucker. And then you walk up in there. Oh Lord, you can't love a bitch now. You really love her if you love that she didn't smell of her dookie. All right, but most of the time you're going to fall in love with this bitch because you done been with her and inside of her dookie hole a couple times and you ain't never smelled her shit before. Her shit don't stink. All right, last time and then the first time you smell her shit is 3, 4, 5 months down the line. And you like, wait a minute, I ain't never, wait a minute, what kind of bit dookies at a man house and shit? What kind of, and it's that McDonald's dookie, you know what I mean? Like you that fast food grease smelling dookie. You like, kind of shit she on. All right, anyway. Now, you're going to fall out of love with her. She going to lose some points when you do this the first time. All right, anyway. Why do I start talking about shit like this? Do y'all like when I talk about crazy shit like this? I mean, does it make you laugh? Because this is crazy. Or yeah, she fart, she do some shit like that. You like, oh, she way too comfortable around me. All right, anyway. Tranisha says, how do you get rid of that? Well, you just got to go through experiences. Once you go through experiences and deal with the reality of it, really, there's no way you can deny it. But I find that I hate hopeless romantics. Okay. You know, for me, I don't like hopeless romantics. If you're a hopeless romantic woman, stay far away from me, because hopeless romantic people are just plain dumb to me. I really believe in love and I really believe it's going to happen for me. Bitch, you've been living 42 years. You're 235 pounds and you're 5'3". You got more makeup on your face than goddamn fitness on your stomach. Like, stop. There's a guy really out here that really is going to be for me. Bitch, look at all these single women out here. They good looking bitches are single. And you over here with 3 goddamn flaps on your stomach. Talking about in Disney ears and shit, walking around here. I'm going to get married one day. And then what happens? This is what happened with hopeless romantics. You follow a script. It's a script in their head on how the relationship is going to go and lead to her getting married. And as soon as you go off script, you're doing it wrong. All right. I can't do hopeless romantics. You got to do this and do that and do it this way, do that and do that. You got to do this and pull out chairs. You got to do this and put coats over puddles. And then you got to do this and you got to do this. You got to give me Valentine's flowers. And you got to get the fuck out of here, bro. I can't stand hopeless romantics. I always tell people on dating apps, if you're a hopeless romantic, stay the fuck far away from me. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to ruin your fucking life if you're a hopeless romantic. I do not have the patience for that goofy shit. I'm not Mickey Mouse and you ain't Minnie Mouse, bitch. All right. I'm not goofy, bitch. Like, nah, you ain't Daisy Duck and I ain't Donald. Like, nah, this shit ain't happening, bro. I'm not going to Disneyland with you and dressing up in costumes and shit. I'm the worst nigga to be with, a hopeless romantic bitch. All right. I'm going to tell you, man. All right. So, you know, for me, y'all, that's why I call dudes predatory, because you guys fuck with hopeless romantics and then them bitches start burning your car up. Like, that's what you get, nigga, fucking with them hopeless romantic bitches. All right. Do not fuck with hopeless romantic bitches. Yeah, you doing TikTok dances with the bitch. All right, let's do TikTok dance. I'm the worst man you can. I'm the nightmare for a hopeless romantic person. I'm your worst nightmare. Leave me the fuck alone. All right, I will ruin your life. Stay away from me if you're a lover bitch. All right, just got to be in love. And you like 47, still a lover bitch. I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to show you a damn world you will not. I'm going to show you hell. You're going to think I'm the devil and Satan himself. All right, you're going to be like, nigga, what's wrong with this nigga? So on dating apps, I used to put this and they would ban me when I put it. I was like, do not mess with me if you're a hopeless romantic. And inevitably, guess who messages me? Hopeless romantic bitches. Like, why don't you like hopeless romantics? I told you, bitch, I said I don't want a hopeless romantic woman. Why don't you believe in love? Them bitches want to have a conversation with me on a dating app. You just matched with me because I put don't be a hopeless romantic. And now you're in here trying to convince me. What? You never know. You never know. Love will hit you. One day you're going to meet a girl. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bitch, shut up. I don't want to have this conversation with you, you goofy bitch. Get out of my face. Yeah, they think I'm going to change my mind. Let me tell you something. You just never know. Right when you're not looking at it is when it's going to happen. Oh, my Lord. She's somewhere out there. You just got to find her. I'll be wanting to strangle them through the message. Shut the fuck up. You won't make me hurt you, you toxic bitch. All right, anyway. All right, I hate hopeless romantics, bro. I hate them, man. There ain't no way we gonna be a match. All right, you gonna try to do this? Yeah, follow your heart. You never know. You never know. You just need the right one. You just need the right one. Oh. The bitches want me to, you want me to sock you, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm like, you just want to get beat, don't you? They do want to get beat. But yeah, you know, you got to have experience to kick that Disney fantasy. Just look at most relationships. Like, if love existed, that's what I was going to say. If love existed, explain to me why two people who speak different languages almost never can fall in love. I'll wait. Love is so powerful, except when you can't speak the goddamn same language. Why would that limit your ability to find love? If love was so fucking great, wouldn't two people who can't speak together fall in love? Wouldn't it happen routinely? If love conquers all, what is language to stop it? All right, so we can't communicate often, but we're in love. That shit never happens. So love cannot conquer all. It can't even conquer fucking people can't even talk the same language. Okay, inevitably, if love could work, why don't people fall in love 9,000 miles away? Right? You're 9,000 miles away. I can meet you. Why can't I fall in love? Because you're not close to each other. That's why. So you have to have proximity to have love. Well, love can't exist without proximity. So what's more important, proximity or love? Proximity is more important. Then you start people dicing shit up, Christian and Muslim. Wouldn't Christians and Muslim be able to fall in love? Oh, no, y'all got to be equally yoked. Okay. So love don't exist. So love don't exist. You see all these parameters that they put ahead of that? Now nigga got to be 6'2" or above to fall in love with a bitch. Okay. So you mean lust? So that you got to be physically attracted to the person. Lust. So what's more important, lust or love? Like, come on, man. Break the shit down. Break it down in your fucking head, bro. Love is not the only. Love is the answer, ass bitch. Love conquers all, nigga. It seems like proximity, lightness, relation, race. 90% of black men marry black women and date black women exclusively. 90%. If love existed, why when a black woman fall in love with a white man, everybody lose their fucking mind? Like, it's not supposed to happen. I'm like, they speak the same language. They live close to each other. He's a man. She's a woman. Nigga, do the fucking math. They can fall in love with each other. But they not supposed to? Oh, okay. They supposed to watch out for the white man's trickery again. All right. The white woman's trickery. It's not supposed to work. Again, Disneyland got a mouse married to a mouse. And y'all literally let that slide. Disneyland got a duck married to a duck. But y'all let that slide. Disneyland got a princess married to a hood nigga. Y'all let that slide too. Disneyland got a princess and a frog married. Disney got a motherfucking mermaid and a prince. Disneyland got the stepdaughter and the motherfucking prince with the slipper at midnight. Disneyland got a motherfucking lion and a white bitch. Disneyland got a hunchback of Notre Dame. Like, come on, man. We can't, bro. But I'm the crazy one. I'm the one out here that's don't got it. Like, yo. But I'm the weirdo. Nigga, you gotta believe. Shout out to our brother R Firehawk says women don't regret picking the toxic guy. A toxic guy is just not a good fit for women later in life. If a person turns down a ham sandwich after leaving a buffet restaurant, do they regret eating at the buffet? They don't. The person just doesn't need a ham sandwich right now. So, typically a toxic guy is a good fit for a young woman, a young broad. But you would hope the young woman wakes up. Most of the time they don't, and they kick the can down the road, and then they like, why can't the toxic guy work for me at 34? It's not going to work out for you. It's not. I mean, your priorities are going to be completely different. If you don't change that, then you're going to be stuck. Larry C said, it is true about that dookie smell. He says, poop jokes aren't my favorite, but I'd say they're a solid number 2. He says, can we get the toilet full of soundbite? Shout out to the Coach Gang and the Shield. All right, let's see. Do I got the toilet? All right, let me see. Do I got the toilet sound effect? I don't. There it is. All right, we got Venmo, Cash App, and then getting up out of here. Cash App, Jeff the producer. Shout out to you, Jeff the producer. What did you say, Coach? Salute. Shout out to you right there. Preston says, did your ex-wife ever try to come back? No, she did not. All right, we never tried to get back with each other, not one single time. I don't know really what happened, but I think what happened was, right, what happened was by the time we split, and people think she left me and divorced me, technically, no. I was the one that moved out and left. All right, now she was already in the middle of emotionally divorcing me, so there's that. But I was the one that moved out. I was the one that initially filed for the divorce. And then she ended up being the petitioner because when I filed for the divorce, it was a mediation. It didn't go through yet. So then she hired an attorney and then she's the petitioner. So that's how it worked. A lot of people have it quite confused. But when I finally moved out, I think, and I pretty much know she was seeing someone else. All right. So again, the other bull in the ring. When I moved out, it made room for that person. So when I made room for that person didn't move into the house because we had kids, but she was able to go to the next person. So as long as that relationship was good, she was fine. But then she was meeting a financial burden because then I started to pull back finances, right? And then her reality kind of was like coming to a head. It was like, oh, damn, I need the finances. So her next move was to attack me in the divorce process, to go after money, all right, to go after child support. And I wasn't even stable economically. So she was kind of trying to rape me. And I was like, I'm not even good financially, but that was her next move. So it was never to get back. Then she continued to see that guy because it was a coworker, because she ended up moving in with the coworker. Okay. So her next move was to another apartment because it was in the middle of the divorce. She had that part. The divorce was taking a while. She couldn't get any of the money. She was trying to have the new guy and the money from me. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So you're going to have to fight me for it. So then her next move was to move in with him. So she eventually moved in with him. It was a coworker that was there when we were together. You see, so we never got to the point where we were trying to get back. All right. And I had pretty much moved on. It was fucking like crazy off Tinder. Because at that point, Tinder was out and Instagram was blowing up. So she knew I had pretty much moved on. She had moved on with him. And then I think her reality crushed because then it wasn't within a year, they broke up. All right, so they broke up. So that's over about a 2-year period. We never ever considered getting back together ever. All right, it never was on the table, not single chance. Like when I moved out, that was the last time I seen her. I'm at the point I don't even remember having sex with that woman. I literally just put it out of my mind, and I definitely don't see her as attractive today. So she's not even. All right, it's not even a possibility. So yeah, I know people think that, and I never even have intimate thoughts about exes. Okay. I never have intimate thoughts about exes. So anytime when I deal with a woman, if I'm in a relationship emotionally with her, let's say it's emotional. If I'm in an emotional relationship with a woman and the relationship ends, I almost inevitably like cancel her in my mind. She canceled. She canceled. She doesn't, I don't demote her to another position and go, okay, I could still fuck her. I could still be friends with her. I demote that bitch out of my life. The only way a woman can stick around is if I never get emotional about them. So if it's just intimate, if it's just fucking and we're off and on and she goes into a relationship and she leaves the relationship and comes back to me, I could be with her. But once the relationship crosses the emotional line and it doesn't work, she demoted forever. She literally out of my life. I gotta cancel that bitch. Right? But I'm not saying you should do that. That's the way I do it. That's the way I live comfortably. Because if I keep going back to a woman that I'm emotional for and turning on and off the emotions, I feel like I'm not in control of the situation and I'm letting shit control me that inevitably is going to cost me and set me back. So I almost inevitably always, if I'm in an emotional relationship with a woman and that emotional attachment is detached, I got to cut her off. I got to literally, she out of my fucking life. She out of my memory, my life. I don't want to think about her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to text this or call this motherfucker. The only way I possibly can see reconnecting with her is like 10 years later. Right, 10 years later, and I bump into her and they'll be like, oh, wow, yeah. At that point, I don't feel shit. But I wouldn't even have sex with her then. I would just be like, oh, wow, yeah, good to see you. And it's not that I hate her. It's just that I'm indifferent about her now. It's no hate. I'm just indifferent. I don't want nothing to do with her. So I have to cut it off. That's the only way I can exist and survive it with a good mind. All right. But if I keep going back, we broke up and we gonna get back together. We still sleeping together. We still trying to figure. Nah, I've never done that. All right. There's new pussy out here to fuck. There's new women's lives to ruin. There's new women to ruin my life. Next one up. Next batter up. I don't have scarcity. All right. I don't have scarcity out here. But y'all niggas keep going back to the same bitch that bit you. And nah, man, hell no. Nah. The same nigga that fucked your life up and you go back to him, give him a second and third chance. And I remember one time somebody was like, well, what if she came back after you became successful? I was like, give her a second chance to fucking kill me. The bitch tried to kill me the first goddamn time. Like, what? Give her a second chance to fucking tee me up in the middle of the night, fall to sleep, bitch. I'm gonna be on Dateline going back to a bitch that tried to ruin me the first goddamn time. Like, what? Why would you give a second chance to be teed up the bitch to just line you up good now, nigga? All right, she done line you up good, nigga. A second chance to knock your fucking head off your shoulders. Nigga, not me. Fuck that, nigga. She tried to clean my fucking clock and clean me out, nigga, and ruin me and throw me in jail. I'm gonna go give her a second chance to tee my shit up on the goddamn tee box. Nigga, fuck that. All right. Fucking no way, nigga. You learn one time and there's new pussy and bitches out here, nigga. Anyway. All right, I ain't dumb. Anyway, shout out to Jacob M. Says you're on the road shows has the best gems. Thank you. Because I do less preparation going into the show, to be honest with you. All right. Because now, I don't put 50 videos up. So I have time to drop knowledge, but I appreciate you. I don't understand people who go back to exes. I don't get it. I'm like, it's all this pussy and vagina out here, bitch, nigga. Like, what? Y'all crazy going back to the same bitch. All right, ladies, it's not a bitch. Y'all not bitches. You know what I mean. Y'all crazy going to the same goddamn woman. Nigga, what? 4 billion pieces of pussy out here, and you gonna go to the same goddamn woman. Like, soon as somebody cross me, and by the way, this is not just women. If you personally cross me, okay, he said, what if it's good? Dude, you listen. Number one, if you cross me as a person, I'm done with you. So same thing as I don't care if it's business, male friends, friends that I'm friends with. You cross me once, you are written the fuck off forever. That's number one. Number two, the best pussy I've had has been post-divorce. Because when you're married, and I was technically off the field for 10 years. When you're married, you forget how good bitches sucking dick out here. You forget how much good wet pussy it is out here. Because when you marry, you getting intercourse, you getting lazy head. And I'm not calling out my ex-wife. That's just how the shit works across the board. Then when you get single, these women start sucking the black off your dick, auditioning on your dick. These young bitches, old bitches start sucking the goddamn skin off your goddamn dick. All right, your wife don't suck the skin off your dick. Your wife just lick the head. Your wife just lay there and be like, all right, hurry up and finish, like a prostitute. When I was living in a studio apartment, I moved from my car to a studio apartment. Them women, I had a Murphy bed, and them bitches was spit, shine, polishing my dick. Right. And I was like, what the fuck was I doing married? These bitches out here sucking dick for joy. I had this old white bitch that used to come over. I couldn't get her out the door. Every time I try to leave and close the door, she busts back in the door and take my pants off and rip at my, I'm like, okay. And then a year prior to that, I was married. I'm like, this bitch won't leave. She won't leave. It's like a pacifier to her. She like, and you talking about going back to some same old regular ass pussy. I was, nah, bro. Begging the bitch, can you suck my dick? I'm like, nah. All right, these bitches be gagging on it and telling me to push their head on it and all kind of shit, man. Your wife just barely be like, oh, maybe on your birthday. Nah. Like, what? Like, what was I doing? What was I doing? These bitches out here baptizing my dick with their mouth just for fun, and I'm not even into it. It's not even a thing I desire. Like, but they was doing it. I'm like, wow, these bitches. All right. So what am I doing, bro? I ain't got time to be going back to no same routine, mundane. She just mailing the shit in just to get it over with. I got towels to fold. You didn't do this and you didn't help me do that. Meanwhile, couldn't be me. And it has nothing personal to do. I'm not trying to say my ex wasn't doing X, Y, and Z. But what I'm saying is these new bitches, these women out here doing some wild shit. And I'm with the shit. I'm with it. You cannot convince me to marry any of these lazy, lethargic, regular bitches out here. Nah, you're going to have to be out here a whore. Yo, I'm only interested in 304s. Right? I only interested because I'm not getting married. I'm only want 304s. All right. That's all I want to be associating with. If you're ecclesiastical whore, if you're a good woman, if you want to get married again at 47, get the fuck up out of my face. I only want bitches that I only want women to want to watch other women suck my dick. That's where I'm at in life. Like, I want a woman to be with me, be like, Daddy, I can't wait to bring you my friend so she can suck your dick while I watch. That's it. Like, I'm not interested in no other women. I'm not trying to test it out and see if I don't need a caretaker bitch yet. I don't need any of these. Like, that's all. That's look. Daddy, I'm gonna bring you my friend. My friend coming in town. She gonna suck your dick. I'm gonna watch in the chair. I'm gonna help her. We gonna do it together. That's what we want right here. All right. That's what phase I'm at in life. Okay. And trust me, I got women like this. I have women like this already. All right. And so any woman that ain't like this, she get eliminated from my life. Block. Right. If you want to be a woman in my life, that's what time I'm on. All right. And I ain't changing for shit. All right. Unless I need a caretaker and shit in the next 40 years or some shit, you're going to push my wheelchair through the fucking airport. All right. I see them goddamn old people when they be getting their wheelchair. I be like, damn, at some particular point. But for now, that's what time I'm on. Anyway, shout out to the Coach Gang. There's no shame in my game neither. And yes, I will pay for the pleasure too. Ladies, you're gonna get some fucking play here. So it's not gonna be all for nothing, but you're gonna be a part of CGA's bangs. And the minute you be like, well, I don't want to be a part of that, march your ass on, carry your ass on, bitch. I mean, listen, I ain't trying to keep hostages. Carry yourself on. All right. And if you don't want to play a part of that, go ahead. You want to fall in love, go get it. All right. But until then, I'm on demon time. Shout out to the Coach Gang. I'm going to sleep at 3:41 a.m. on Friday. Next stream, I should be in Vietnam. All right. But we'll see. We out of here. Peace.
And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
Vibe blowing at the jack, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my jack, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bag. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, I'm a paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm, but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The Rio just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not on trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I can never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. I just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, gon' run up a check. Demand my respect. I'm doing the most. quit. They want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the